Okay, let's see here. Hope everyone is doing okay, and welcome to the watch party for tonight to celebrate my first year on YouTube. I cannot believe that it is already here. It's literally driving me up the wall, like, to think that I have been on YouTube for a year already. Like, I still can't believe it. And I think part of it is because I started streaming back obviously a year ago now, but if you think about it, like, almost half of my YouTubing has been during the coronavirus. So I think I got to YouTube for like about 7 months, and then COVID hit. So yeah, just about half of it has been in a pandemic, so which has been kind of hard to stay motivated and creative throughout. But you know, I'm doing the best I can. Things got a little stressful there. The first, or like back in March and April for me, with school shifting over to online only and everything, so it was really difficult to keep up content like I was doing before that all hit and happened and everything. But we're here now and doing okay, making it. I'm trying to get some last minute things set up on my end because I currently can't see the chat right now, so I'm trying to fix this so I can potentially see who is chatting right now. So give me 1 second. I appreciate it. So one thing I don't like about the Streamlabs OBS, at least unless there is a different setting, I am unable to see the chat from the actual Streamlabs now for some reason. And it worked fine the first couple of times, and now something has updated or changed and I can't see it anymore. So it's kind of unfortunate. The Streamlabs OBS. Let me fix this so I don't get the loop going on with the audio. Okay. Sean, yeah, awesome. Glad you guys are here. I couldn't see who was here and who wasn't since the chat is not showing up on my end, so I'm glad I was able to at least get that figured out. But good to see all of you here. I have no agenda for today, and I like it that way. I don't like having everything planned out. I think it's a little more fun to keep it kind of just raw and unedited, and I think that's why I'm really enjoying live streams here lately, because you can kind of just do whatever you want to. And let me see here. I think everything's good to go. Have my chat pulled up. I'm gonna switch windows over here. Sorry for the slow start. Trying to get used to this a little bit. I can't have my windows on my laptop since I'm sharing my screen for the stream on that, so it's kind of a different setup for me to get used to. But it's good to see you guys. And so I just kind of wanted to go through and watch some of my first videos on my channel because I haven't rewatched these. It's been a long time since I've even watched them. I typically don't watch my videos after I upload them. I just kind of, during the editing, get to watch it, and I'll watch it through one time before I upload it, and that's pretty much it. So I'm definitely nervous to be looking at my very first video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, since that's what you guys came for anyway, and see what happens. So swipe my V card. First video ever on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get into this. Hey fellow YouTubers, my name is Matthew. This is my first YouTube video. It's clean! Yeah! So this video isn't gonna have, you know, too many special things to it. I mean, I could throw on a little music, I guess, but I'm kind of not prepared. I actually just got home from the gym, so if you can see me glistening. Oh my gosh, so many things wrong already. So I'm already like getting red in the face. It's so embarrassing to watch this. But yeah, I remember this video, first of all, took place when I had my blue-ish, it was still kind of blue at the time. It faded relatively quickly. But that was the last time I had colored my hair pretty much, and I'm known for my hair being colored and a lot of different things. And this past year, especially with the pandemic, it has been not as colorful as it normally is. But yeah, I remember I went through this phase starting up, and you'll see it in the rest of this video, I'm sure, where I like wanted to put a lot of overlays into the video, like of just little video clips, and that was kind of my thing to do at the very beginning. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this. But I was at the gym doing a workout, and it just like hit me while I was at the gym. I was like, I'm gonna upload a video when I get home. And so I kid you not, when I got home from the gym, I pulled out my camera, set up my lighting. I did already have, I think, some type of selfie ring or something, I think, that I was using. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this video play. There's still a little bit of sweatage going on, which I guess is not the best first impression, but you know, I was just running, and I got to thinking, I was like, I have had this on my mind that I want to do this for a little while, not too long, but I've definitely been watching a lot of YouTubers lately, and I've just kind of become inspired because I've had quite a few bad events happen to me in the past few years, and so I'm just trying to, I don't know, trying to inspire others, but also be inspired. And so I'm kind of wanting to put myself in a situation where I'm relying on other people to push me just as much as I push other people. And I feel like that's kind of lacking in my life right now. Yeah, so that's kind of just going into this whole thing with, I guess I should just make this like full screen. Going into, I went through a lot of bad experiences when I lived in Albuquerque for a couple of years. While I was out there for 2.5 years or so. And so once I got to Austin, a lot of fresh starts, which were great. But as I'll get into with this video, it didn't pan out the way I was expecting it to. But that's kind of what I meant by I just wanted to start something new, because I'd been through a lot of bad stuff, really dark times. And so YouTube was providing an outlet for me in a way that I couldn't get elsewhere while I've been here in Austin. And it's honestly not changed very much, but particularly because of the pandemic, not being able to go out and meet new people, it's been difficult. I just recently moved to Austin, Texas, and it's been about a year, a little over a year since I've been here, and I have not had the best luck with making friends. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Friends anyways, or people who actually express interest in wanting to be around me, or who aren't playing games with me and things like that, because I don't do that. And so, I don't know, I thought I'd reach out and ask support from fellow YouTubers and from watchers, just to, I don't know, be inspired. I have a lot of ideas to put with this channel, or hopefully potential channel. We'll see. Maybe I can get 2 views on this video. That'll be a goal. Okay, well, first of all, just curious, I have 143 views on this video, so I at least over the course of a year was able to get more than 2 views on this video. I'm gonna keep going on though. So let's see. One thing though that's like made me want to do this really is I've just kind of thought about my past and previous times I've hit low points in my life, and back like over 10 years ago. So more high school age, high school time. And one thing I did that brought me a lot of excitement and happiness was videography, just basic vlogging essentially. And I used to like carry my camera with me to school, and I would take videos in class, even though I wasn't supposed to. But I graduated, so it's okay to say that now. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I would just take videos in even band rehearsals, and during class I would just have it on my stand, and just we'd have fun, me and my friends around me and everything. I kind of like thought maybe I should bring that back to life, because I didn't post them on YouTube or anything. I didn't even edit them at all. I just uploaded them onto my Facebook, and actually they're still there. So yeah, so and I still have those videos on my Facebook page from high school, where I literally just shot everything. I was known as that guy in school. I always, and back then, like, cameras on our phones weren't great or anything like that, and we didn't even have fancy phones being in high school. But I literally always kept a camera with me all the time. Everyone always knew that I would have a camera with me, so I'd take pictures every day at school, throughout the day. I would take videos, but I would just post them on my Facebook page, just like so my friends could see them, and it was just us being stupid and doing different games and things like that. And I really wish I had thought of using YouTube in that type of way whenever I was back in high school, because there's no telling, like, over 10 years later where I could be with my YouTube channel if I had actually done something more with it. But I mean, I didn't have that mindset. I was just doing it to do it, you know, and I didn't really have time to edit them or anything like that. So it was clearly just raw footage. And this, I was actually excited to see that I actually had some cuts. I was not necessarily expecting that. I don't remember doing that on my first video. So I at least had that, because I have a lot of dead space in this video compared to what I've eventually worked up to now with my more recent videos, where I've learned to cut out all the chit chat and just leave it to the main points, and to not have so much dead space when I'm talking on camera necessarily. So definitely have learned a lot from video editing in that sense, but I'm going to keep going. Don't go search for me on Facebook, because I don't want you to see those videos, and they might not be up for much longer. So, well, they are still up, so. I feel like full of darkness, just a lot of bad things going on. I know here in Texas alone, we had that shooting in Amarillo. Oh, yeah. Goes out to those families who were affected by that. Little did I know the darkness the world would have in 2020 when I made this video. And it's just sad at the violence that we're seeing in our country. And not just here, but around the world. And, you know, we actually had a shooting here in Austin a couple of weeks ago downtown. And so last night was the Pride Parade, and I initially was not going to go. And I went last year. You know, it's great. It's one of those things that's great to experience, but I feel like it doesn't change very much. So it's kind of like you go once and you're kind of like, okay, I can check that off my list. But part of me was just very paranoid that something bad was going to happen. I do remember that. Eventually, one of my friends reached out to me, and he was like, you know, just get off your ass and go. And I did, and I actually had a really nice time. So, I mean, I'm happy I did it, but, you know, we live in a world now where we can't, like, take things for granted as much as we used to be able to, as far as our freedoms go. Man, I have no comments for that right now. So, you know, 2020. It was just a weird situation, and that combined with other things this weekend just kind of got me going in my head, and I was like, I'm just gonna start a YouTube channel and see what happens, see where it goes. I was thinking about just pushing it off till tomorrow so I could, like, get my equipment up and make it look a little more formal than just in my living room, because I don't even have that much stuff yet, because I just moved into this new apartment and everything. So look at that fancy little overlay with the text. Wow, I really knew how to do it to him back then. Oh no, what happened to my computer? Why did that happen? I swear I don't have the best of luck with any technology. That's why I shouldn't start a YouTube channel. Seriously, what just happened? Why did I get a new window, and why is it not letting me move it anywhere? Good grief. Okay, that was weird. Continuing. Sure where this will lead, but I mean, I do have a lot of ideas about series and segments that I want to do as far as the channel goes, but I really want to focus on you guys because you are the people who would end up watching the videos. And I do want to say that I still have a lot of those same ideas in mind to do that I've not done, and mainly because they require money. So I have some ideas in the back of my head that I eventually would like to do. It's just going to take some money to be able to do them. But just wanted to put it out there, I actually still have a list on my computer of YouTube ideas, a very long one that I was referring to in this video that I've still yet to do a year later, unfortunately. But I think a lot of that also had to do with the pandemic and things going on in the world as well, because they do involve other people. So getting my friends involved has been a little more difficult than I initially thought. Although my best friend Dalvin was in one of my recent uploads where we played the more likely game. And that was really fun, and we have another video planned to do with one another soon. Not sure how soon, but I know that we have the materials and everything for it ready to go. It's just as far as scheduling it and doing it. That I make. And that's why I don't want this video to be necessarily a laundry list about me and what I do and all of this, because frankly you guys probably don't care, right? I still feel like people don't care. And you know that I have some pretty weird looking hair. And that's about it. Through my videos, I'm hoping that... Okay, which one of you made this account with John Clatworthy? Like, come on. Oh, man. I appreciate the comment, though, the compliment. I'm going to keep up as good of work as I can do. You guys are killing me. I can establish a connection with you guys, and I really want you guys to be involved with me creating the content. I want your input. I want to know what you like, what you don't like. I don't have one specific area I want to focus on. You know, I have a passion for fashion. I love cooking. I'm actually in grad school for nutritional sciences. I'm a musician, and I have a dog. I mean, I have a lot of things that I like to invest my time in and do. I don't want to just try to focus on one thing, because my whole story is pursuing everything that you love. Okay, I was like, I need to let it finish through. Yeah, so this has been super hard for me personally, because I do have a wide array of interests, which is typically deemed as not good to do in a YouTube channel where you have a lot of different areas that you pursue whenever you start a channel, because you need to pick one niche and stick with it, is what most people say. But that's not me, and that's kind of what I was trying to say in this video, is that I have a lot of interests and a lot of things that I love, and I didn't want to limit myself to one thing only. But I will say from this that I actually did end up making a music channel. So I recently did that a couple of weeks ago and set that up, because I noticed that on this channel currently my clarinet videos have consistently gotten a lot of views on them, and I've gotten a lot of messages from people regarding those videos on Instagram and things like that. So with that, I would say it's been beneficial for sure to make a new channel just for that content, because I'm seeing how well it's doing, but I didn't want this channel to turn into that music channel. So I think eventually I'm just kind of playing things by ear, and then I'll see what happens with that as I go. And so for that, though, that's one example of where, you know, I started seeing kind of a bubble that people were interested in, and then I went ahead and branched it off into a new channel. So there you go. I'm not going to be posting my music content as much on this channel, so if you want to see me play clarinet or do clarinet videos, things of that nature, it's going to be on the other channel. So I'm just slowly kind of divvying it out. Y'all are on here watching while doing schoolwork. That's great. Do I need to put my captions on for you guys? I meant to do that before I started the stream, but I forgot to load the web page. So yeah, let me know if that would make it a little more enjoyable for you. And as you watch my videos, that'll make more sense to you as far as my background goes, because I have quite a wide background in my interests and what I've pursued in school, opposite ends of the spectrum completely. I really want to put that into my channel because that's who I am. My head's just been spinning, and so that's why I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and post a very informal video tonight because I'm very down to earth, and or at least I like to think I am. You guys can be the judge of that. So let me know, you guys. Do you think I'm down to earth? Calling me out or something? Let me know. But no, what I was saying by like being complete opposite spectrums is I don't typically like to compliment myself and really tout out all of my skills and things that I do, but I do have a master's degree in music, and then I have a master's degree in science, and I'm pursuing a PhD in science. So I love music and I love science, which are on some pretty opposite ends of the spectrum with, you know, more logical versus creative and artistic. So that's kind of where I was going with that, but wanting to incorporate kind of both in my videos has been something that's been really challenging for me, at least in the beginning, to get that to come across, because they are important aspects of my life. But who wants to watch videos that are super scientific or videos that are just on clarinet? While there will be a small group or niche for that, that's not necessarily what I wanted to limit my channel to at the beginning right off the bat. But I don't know. I just wanted all these overlays are like way too loud, so not knowing what to expect in a channel, then this would be the channel for you. Leave your comments below. That's true. What brings you to YouTube? What is it that you search on YouTube? Not necessarily. Thank you, John Clatworthy. But just, do you go to comedy bits? Do you like horror, scary? I personally like scary stuff, mysteries, and conspiracy theories, and things of that nature. Do you use YouTube to unwind? Do you use it to let off steam? Do you use it just whenever you don't have anything else to do? But let me know, generally, like, what do you look for? Because this channel is going to be catered to you, and you are the most important, okay? And I truly do. I love that right when I said that, Sean put random live streams. And I love that. And I feel like that's still true, where I like to cater to my watchers. And I feel like that's pretty much how I've kind of gone recently. I know that with you guys talking about gaming and stuff in that one stream, and then I think I figured out the other night it was Bailey, because I initially said Noah, but I think it was Bailey who said that I should do a gaming stream, and then I tried it and I loved it and enjoyed it. So I am very open to doing things that people in my audience or my watchers want to see, so long as it's something that I also want to do. I'm not just going to make content that people want to see. I still want it to be only things that I would do and want to do. So I will say that I'm very excited for the gaming. I'm going to keep doing that for sure because I loved it. And my nephew plays Fortnite, and I think it's a great way for me to connect with him. And my brother told me the other night that we're going to have to start playing together, and he's probably going to kick my butt. But you know what? It'll be a great bonding experience. I'd love to maybe play with my nephew on one of my live streams, just have the two of us playing. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm really excited, and that's what I love about having interaction with people, because I really want to like do things with my subscribers, not just cater to what I want to do and have them watch whether they like it or not. The Last of Us. Yeah, and I remember that's how you found you. That's why I laughed, because I remember you telling me that's how you guys came across my live stream that night. The Last of Us. That's a video game, right? I've heard of that, I think. Yeah, there are a lot of video games I would like to get into. It's just my time is very kind of, I'm busy right now, essentially. Fortnite's epic. I'm a great builder. I'm a terrible builder. But although the one time I really built in Fortnite was the time that I won, so maybe I should do that more. Okay, so, and I don't mean that. The last minute of the video. No, I don't know you, but just let me know. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and also please share my video. Feel free to follow me on Instagram using my handle, TheMatthewG. My handle? It's down at the bottom left-hand corner of this video. It's like so formal. And also, you hit the bell, and that'll let you know when I upload my next video. Yeah, all my overlays are like way too loud. Right now, I don't either. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Because this channel is hopefully what I'm hoping to do. Gosh. Because this channel, what I'm hoping for is to be catered. Just let me know, because what this channel is embarrassing. I can't even speak right now, I'm so tired. Yeah, I just like gave up, whatever. Yeah, so there was my very first video. Although, I have to say, I would give myself credit. I think for a first YouTube video, that was decent. Is it the best? No. But I feel like it was a pretty decent attempt. It was definitely spontaneous because I didn't have anything planned as far as what I was going to say. But, yeah, it could have been worse, I think. I don't know which next one to do. Oh my gosh, I know I'm gonna play this one, and I'm gonna hate myself for it because I am already cringing for it. Other ways to use a selfie ring right here. Oh my gosh, I'm like already embarrassed. I don't know what I was thinking when I made this video, but whenever I was making this video, whenever I got this brand new huge selfie ring that I have over here that I'm using, I noticed I caught myself doing a lot of stupid stuff with it when I was editing this video, and I was like, I could probably cut all that material out and put it in a separate video, because at the time as a new YouTuber, like one thing you are is you're anxious to put up a lot of new videos. So I was like, I can make that another video and then just upload it. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal I was thinking of at the time. But I'm gonna turn this one on and try not to judge me too harshly for this, please, because it's clearly still on the internet to watch, so I don't know why I'm freaking out, but I remember it being pretty bad, so we're gonna see how it goes. Go on. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I had my little intro. Thought that was so fancy. Turn it down a little bit. How's it going? It's loud. Oh, this could be like Tron. I could like put it on my back. Just gotta figure out the wire thing, but it's so stupid. They just use selfie rings the whole time. That's all it was. The camera is so blurry. Too. There's my halo. Let me see your halo. Let me see your halo. Oh gosh. So proud. Yes, I can make this like a hairpiece. How's it going? I can't believe how blurry my picture is. I am Iron Man. Oh my gosh, that one I love. Probably because my shirt actually had a triangle on it, so I thought that one worked really well. I think that one was quite clever, just giving myself some credit at least to redeem myself. And then I just lost it. Oh Lord. This is Mia. I don't know why she's freaking out. Oh yeah, she did not like that selfie ring. She was scared to death of it. She does not want to be with it right now. She's also on trazodone for anxiety. And she was on trazodone. But I was thinking we could be twinsies. She has a collar. This could be a collar. This would be an awesome collar. I'm not very thrilled about it. Oh, and then I can wear this one. Okay, go. She hates me. Just like step right. Oh my gosh. This thing is. Like, I'm weird. I think I tried a hula hoop with it. Like that hula hoop. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What the hell I'm doing. It's a fat filter. I can always always keep up with how fat I get because this barely fits me now. So if it ever gets stuck, then I'm sweating, you guys. I'm sweating. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh my gosh. I worked so hard on that at the very end. If you don't know what that's from The Nun, the movie The Nun. And I worked so hard on editing that one part where it was in line with the movie, just to get my head at the same kind of level. Gosh, that was so stupid. Oh man. I'm literally sweating from that video. That was so embarrassing. And I still have it up. I'm not going to take it down. Not right now anyway. So if you want to keep that video, you better download it because it's not going to be online forever. I don't know which one I should do next. Trying to think. I actually really enjoyed my my facts about me video, but first, before I get to that, I want to quickly go into this video, which is potentially the worst unboxing video on YouTube, and I think that I should just rename it the worst unboxing video on YouTube, because for some reason, what's so bad too, I'm gonna go grab it really quick. Majority of these first videos were actually done on a DSLR camera, which is super shocking given how fuzzy and unclear the picture is. So I clearly had issues with working my camera, and this one was shot with my DSLR camera and it still was terrible. So I just want you guys to see how blurry it was before I fixed it, because it was rough, if I remember correctly. Like a little GoPro off-brand. Like, look how blurry that is. I wanted to try out in some of my future videos and use. And that's with this, which makes no sense. Let's get opening. But I was opening a tripod. And there it is. And then it was one of my GoPro cameras. I don't remember. What did I say to put that? Yeah, see? Look how bad it got. This was... It was so bad. I was so mad at myself. Nothing too exciting or groundbreaking, but... And then I finally fix it. Oh gosh. And I just realized that that's been blurry the whole time, so I apologize. Yeah, I was so mad. But anyways, so... And that was kind of my thing whenever... I just realized that was... Oh my gosh, okay, I don't need it on my foot for like 20 seconds. But that was kind of my thing, and I'm just now, probably the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, getting out of the habit of the whole so anyways, because that was always my transition in my videos, and I couldn't stand it. And I was having to edit it out so much, and I didn't get every single one because I was just so tired of fixing it. But I know with my MacBook video that I turned it into a drinking game. This video right here where I got my new computer, because I said it so many times. I said anyways, so you take a shot every time I say anyways. I don't know if anyone's actually done that within the 157 views that it's gotten, but that's there for you guys if you ever need a game to drink to. But I really enjoyed making this video, and I would say of all of them up until that point from all of these videos, that this one was probably the best one that I had done, and it took me a very long time to edit, because keep in mind, for those, I don't know if any of you know this, I'd mentioned it before in one or two of my videos, and it might be this video. I actually was editing all of my videos on my phone, so I was not using anything on my laptop. I was editing all of my videos just on my poor phone, and it crashed so many times when I was editing this video because there were so many different things I was doing in it. But same little intro. I actually want to give myself credit. I got a comment on one of my videos from a girl named Crystal, and she loved my intro and was actually like asking me all these questions about it. So if you're watching, which I don't know, I doubt she is, but if she were to be watching, hello. But yeah, she loved my intro, and I worked hard on this too, even though it's not really that great. But you know, I was proud of it at the time. I'm still kind of proud of it.
Hey guys, what's going on? So today I wanted to do 50 facts about me. I went to conversationstartersworld.com, and it has 200 questions that you should ask someone to get to know them. And so obviously I'm not going to go through all 200, and I'm not going to go down sequentially. So what I'm going to do is use an app called Lucky Draw on my phone, and it'll randomly select one number between 1 and 200. I did not look at these questions yet.
So this was similar, I think, to what I was doing the night that I met you guys on my live stream, right? I think that was the night we were just kind of doing questions with Laura on Skype, and I was using the same app on my phone to randomly pick numbers, and but it was from a different list of questions than this video.
Yeah, and so I'm like having to think of these answers right on the spot. I'm sure I could give way better answers, but I thought it would be more fun and interesting just to see like the first things that pop into my mind as I read the questions out loud. I want to go through and try to do 50 of these and knock them out. I'm going to keep a little bit of a counter up here and then see how many facts I get through.
I love how my webcam box is covering that up.
To get through. Let's get started. That's cute. I know it made a little sound. So 195.
Let's just move me over here.
Well, that's a great one to start with. What gives your life meaning? I feel like connections with people is what kind of gives my life meaning, and just interacting with other people, meeting new people. Next, what is something that a ton of people are obsessed with, but you don't get the point of? I guess I don't get people's obsession with like being on their phones all the time. I know that
that's still true.
I'm on my phone quite a bit, but like I'm not big on texting or even talking on the phone. I use my phone to check Instagram, and that's pretty much the extent of it, other than editing my videos. I do edit my videos that I upload on YouTube.
So there we go. I was remembering correctly.
What's the most illegal thing you've done? Oh Lord. Okay, this is.
I don't know what I said.
You guys are gonna get to know me pretty well. I have driven under the influence before.
Oh gosh, yes.
And nobody got hurt or anything. I made it home, but I will say that my car definitely got some damage on the way home because I hit the side of a guardrail. Yeah, learned from that, and I've never done anything like that since.
Yeah, that was a terrible, terrible life decision that night. I was in a relationship at the time, and I went out in Birmingham with one of my friends downtown, and she got really sick, and we had to leave essentially because I couldn't get her up off the counter. She literally fell asleep or was asleep, and so I was like, okay, we got to get out of here. So my boyfriend at the time was out of town, so we couldn't go to his place because he lived in Birmingham. So, and I didn't have a key or anything like that. We weren't very serious at the time, but yeah, that happened. So I was like, I gotta get us home, and I ended up getting really sick on the way home. Long story short, I accidentally hit a guardrail across a bridge or something on the side of my car and damaged my car. And I have not driven under the influence since that day because it terrified me. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not ever going to do that again. And I haven't done it ever since. And I have always Ubered and or Lyfted ever since that day. Every time I've gone out to do something, just not worth it. Okay, I'm gonna keep going on this one. I thought I would explain that one a little bit more because it does sound kind of bad right off the bat, and it still is bad either way.
When do you feel truly alive? I would have to say whenever
I am a criminal.
Something I've never done before. For instance, whenever I first went cliff jumping, that was so much fun. I went to Lake Tuscaloosa.
That was fun.
We're not supposed to do that. I guess technically that's illegal too. Things like
and yeah, I don't think we're supposed to do that either. Whatever we went, Laura, I don't know. Did you ever go to the cliff jumping with Victoria and them? As a side note, just a question for you. I don't know if you ever went with them, but yeah, it was like a huge, I don't know, maybe 60-foot drop, 50-foot drop, something like that. And you just jump off of it and go down. I had to learn the hard way though at that story to make sure when you drop that high to not have your arms sticking out to the side, because I actually started bleeding from the impact. It kind of cut my arm because the water hitting like that was so bad. From that first jump on, I kept my arms very tight to my side so that would never happen again. I went, but I was too much of a stick in the mud to jump. Yeah, well, at least you didn't hurt yourself like I did.
Like, I want to go skydiving, and I know that's like one moment when I know I'll feel alive, or like zip lining, bungee jumping off a bridge, or something exhilarating.
Oh my gosh, so I would need to put this in front of Dalvin. Dalvin needs to see my video, because if you watch the video of who would be more likely, he said that I'm a wimp and that I would never want to go bungee jumping, and I just say in this video how much I'd love to go bungee jumping, so I need to do that. Yeah, Laura, you are a type A rule follower. I'm a type A non-rule follower sometimes non-rule follower. I don't know. Let's keep going.
What's the best and worst thing about getting older? This is actually pretty easy. So the worst thing, in my opinion, is being completely financially dependent on yourself. I will say that is something that has been hard to do being in school, because I'm like having to constantly live off of student loans and things of that nature.
Still true. Will be true.
Sure. Until you get to grad school. Then grad school you get funded, which helps a lot.
But you still take loans out.
I still have to take school loans out on the side a little bit, though, to help me pay for some things. But I would say that's one of the most difficult things, is like getting in debt, because you can't financially support yourself while you're in school very well. The best thing is definitely, obviously, getting to do whatever you want whenever you want. And like now, I mentioned in my very first video I uploaded on YouTube, this is my very first place that is my own. I have no roommates. It's amazing.
Still is amazing.
And so this is definitely one of the highest moments in my life, because I feel like I'm definitely the happiest whenever I'm like living by myself.
Until a pandemic hits, because that ruined everything.
I don't have to worry about other people necessarily, because I'm a people pleaser, and so living with other people is always harder for me, because I always want everyone to be happy. What job would you be terrible at? I don't know, because I'm like so good at everything. Wow. I'm just kidding. I would have to say a gynecologist. There's no...
Oh my gosh. Of all things. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry to see you go, John Clatworthy. That makes me so sad to see you go. Oh man. I'm still like just completely dumbfounded that John Clatworthy would find the time of day to watch my live stream.
No way I would be able to be good at that job, because obviously I'm a gay man. I have nothing to do with anything whenever it comes to
Oh my gosh.
Run out of the room screaming. It's like finding a gun in the street. Just
I love that movie, by the way, too. If you haven't seen Bad Moms, then I highly recommend it. I do, though. So one of my friend Cameron from Albuquerque, I think at one point he was like wanting to be a gynecologist, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I guess there are some people who really want to be a gynecologist. I'm all for it. I mean, we need those people, right?
I
So
would be terrible at that job. If you were forced to relive one 10-minute block of your life again and again for all eternity, what 10 minutes of your life would you choose? Whenever I first got Mia, I would have to say, because she was 6 weeks old.
I didn't even remember what I said for that.
My hand was, if not bigger, it was at least the size of her body. Like, it was crazy how small she was. But that night, oh my gosh, I could relive that night over and over and over again, and it would be so precious.
Mia, where are you? You should listen to this. I chose you. Out of all of the 10-minute increments I've had in my life, I chose you as the one that would be it to relive. Yeah, when you were tiny, and now you're big mama. Now she's a big mama, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
The first 10 minutes whenever I had her, what job do you think you'd be really good at? This is an easy one. So a lawyer. I know I would be super great at being a lawyer. I am not only an ENTP, the debater for Myers-Briggs, but I would be a bomb-ass lawyer. I do not like to lose, for one. I'm very competitive, but I am very good at reading in between the lines and finding loopholes and things of that nature. I love debating, and I won't say arguing, but I'm one of those people where I'll take the opposing view on something with my friends, even though I don't believe it, but just for the sake of arguing from that perspective.
That was a long-winded answer that I would never put in a video now from my months of expertise that I've gained. But yeah, essentially, I don't know if any of you are ENTPAs, but take the personality test if you haven't already. But thank you. Yeah, Mia, you just got a compliment. Someone says that you're beautiful. We appreciate the compliment. She said thank you. She's like over here sitting down wagging her tail, so she really does thank you for that. But yeah, thank you guys for the love of my dog. But let's see here. Yeah, Laura, some of the arguments. Yeah, I'm good at arguing, but in a more healthy way of sorts, you know. I think it depends. It really does kind of depend a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my chat. Like, it keeps freezing up. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, well, anyway, we're going to continue on with that. See how I said
Among
anyway?
Your friends or family, what are you famous for? At least a family, being in school. I was a first-generation college student. My mom did a 2-year associates at a community college. And so every time I go home and like I'm meeting extended family that I don't know or don't remember and everything, everyone just already knows about me, but always associate me with school. My friends, I would probably have to say my hair.
And that's one thing that I honestly don't like very much with the whole interaction with my family, is because I am a first-generation college student. And so, first of all, most of my family can't really, or really all of them can't really relate to what it's like to go through what I'm going through. And so I love talking about it, but they don't always kind of listen or understand what I'm going through with the hardships that I face as a college student, especially in grad school. But it's also kind of a pain because that's all they ask me about all the time. It's kind of unfortunate because it's like I'd like for them to care about my personal life too, and so it's kind of sad, not to make this like a sad conversation, But that is something that is really hard with my family dynamic and me with them right now, because I really like for them to take a little more interest in kind of how I'm doing outside of school, and they don't really seem to care about that so much. But
and I'm being dead serious. So my hair has not been its natural color, and it's definitely been a couple.
Oh, congrats on finishing 6th grade. It's good to hear that you want to go to college. I'm an advocate for college, collegiate education of all types.
Years since I just left it alone. But yeah, like I have friends that I've made that have become best friends.
That's true.
I only came up to you that day because you had awesome hair, and then like we hit it off, and like one of my friends from undergrad was like that, and we became close, like besties.
And Laura, I'm talking about Abby, which I don't know if you knew that, but that's how Abby and I met at a music camp at Alabama over the summer the year before. She liked my hair, and she came up to me to tell me that, and then we hit it off, and we became really great friends. And so we became best friends for those 4 to 5 years that we were there together. Yeah. So we met because of my hair, which was awesome to make a friend like that. But I've made other friends that way too, but not probably as close of friends as Abby. More like they turn into acquaintances more so. But yeah, make sure you get those study habits. That's important. I got into some really awesome study habits whenever I got into 9th grade, which I wish I had gotten into back in middle school. So the earlier the better, because it's just going to make you do even better moving forward. You're always going to build off of it.
And everything. And so I've had a lot of relationships come into my life because of my hair. So what TV show or movie do you refuse to watch? What is TV?
Oh gosh.
How often?
Yeah, so for those of you who might not know, I've actually, at the time anyways, was not big on TV. I would watch college football and that's it. However, with the pandemic, I've binged a lot of TV, and right now, one of the more recent things, I think I've mentioned it in the live stream, is Hannibal. So if you have not watched Hannibal, check that TV show out. I binged the 3 seasons out of that, and it's a very interesting show, and I'm hoping Netflix, since they picked it up, or that they added in, that they'll pick up and start with season 4. Hopefully it'll come back.
And do you people watch? So I actually have not done this too often. I used to do it a lot in high school and a little bit in undergrad. Whenever I go to the pool occasionally, I'll people watch like in there, but that's about it.
Do you guys like to people watch? If so, where do you people watch? Just curious.
Life is a game. Like some people say, what are some of the rules? Honestly, as bad as it sounds, if you want to get ahead, you have to break the rules.
That I still stand behind, and Laura will probably disagree with me on that one. Let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure she's going to disagree. I don't know, maybe not, but I still believe to get ahead, sometimes you do have to break the rules, and I don't agree that that's how it should be, but in the real world, I feel like that's what it is, and it's just also about who you know. So yeah.
I mean, that's the way life is, unfortunately, with our society. It's hard to get ahead by actual hard work. You have to be recognized and noticed for the hard work that you do to get ahead. So, it's always like that golden rule, like what you do when no one's looking. Well, unfortunately, today we don't get rewarded for that. We only get rewarded for what we show that we're doing. I would say those are 2 things right off the bat that come to mind in order to be successful in life. What are some small things that make your day better? I would definitely have to say going and grabbing a cup of coffee. If I'm stressed out at school or something, I'll walk to the coffee shop, get an iced coffee, and then walk around a little bit, drinking, sipping on my coffee. And I would have to say that's one thing that I do that makes me feel a lot better. If all jobs had the same pay and hours, what job would you like to have? I would love to be a clarinet player full time. That would be awesome if I could just be a performer. That one was easy.
That wasn't easy.
What takes up too much of your time? Right now, making these YouTube videos.
And they really did. Oh, I paused it. Me laughing because I could have already been done with this video. Yeah, because I already reached over 50 facts. That's not as true now. I feel like my quality has increased without it taking as long. I feel like I've gotten more efficient with my editing, but also just the fact that I was using my phone was also what was holding me back with my YouTube editing. And I do miss using my phone because I had a great app called Video Leap, and I still have it on my phone, but it's very glitchy and it would crash all the time whenever you try to add in a lot of effects and things like that. And that got really annoying, and there were times where I had to completely restart because it just lost my entire file as well. And so I got tired of that. So now I feel like I don't use as many things like this in my video, like with the fact counter and things of that nature. Not yet anyways. I did get a new computer. So I'm waiting for my new iMac to come in, which will have Final Cut Pro on it, and I'm super excited to have that software because that video editing software is super awesome. And they had it in like a student software package, so it's way cheaper. So I'm excited to start editing my videos on that, which will take place in the next couple of weeks. I have to wait about 3 weeks to get it because of the pandemic right now. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure yet.
I don't know what to say, but other than that, school, obviously. Would you rather go hand gliding or whitewater rafting? Well, that's easy because I've already been whitewater rafting, so obviously I would go hand gliding for sure.
I'd love to try hand gliding. Oh my
In what
gosh.
situation or place would you feel the most out of place in? A female stripper club. What's the title of the current chapter of your life? The comeback. And I can't go into too much detail on that right now, but I do plan on in the future making a really sensitive video.
That I'm probably not gonna do. I don't think I need to make that video anymore, and I don't think it's necessary. So I'm gonna leave that where it is. But that was kind of referring to what I talked about in my very first YouTube video that we watched earlier, with going through a lot of bad stuff lately or during that time. So that's what I was referring
for you guys to know some of the stuff that I've gone through the past few years. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on with absolutely no preparation? Honestly, anything to do with clarinet. How do you get in the way of your own
And I've had to be doing that the past 2 weeks with teaching clarinet master classes, so it's a good thing that I can do that.
Success? Believing you can't do something. And I know that's like a super cliche answer to give, but it is so true. Only you can prevent yourself from becoming all that you can be. And so you just never ever give up. Always keep pushing through no matter what obstacles life throws you.
I don't tan, no. I do take nice long walks outside though during the day, and I took another one today.
How often do you play sports? Never. I haven't played sports very much since elementary school. Marching band, I do consider that a sport, and so that was like a wonderful 9 years of my life. Where would you rather be from? New Zealand. I went to New Zealand one summer for an internship and absolutely fell in love with the country and the people.
Yeah.
What songs have you completely memorized? Pretty much.
Still to this day, that New Zealand trip I will never forget. I love that place. I've looked at jobs. During the pandemic, I was bored and I just looked up jobs that I could get out in that area. I would love to live out in New Zealand. I would still consider that right now, but I know with that country in particular, they don't really like to hire people outside of their country, which is great and I respect that, but you have to bring something kind of unique to the table for them to want to really hire outside of their own country. So, you know, we'll see.
Everything by Ariana Grande, and then I've have to say, actually, on the
I do like Ariana Grande.
spectrum, Eminem. I could go on and on. Dua Lipa. Yeah, like I need to stop. As you get older, what are you becoming more and more afraid of? Not having a family until I'm like a lot older, because my older brother, he's about six and a half years older than I am, and he already has 4 kids, like big family and everything.
And that is still something that bothers me to this day, just the thought of not even being finished with all of my schooling until I'm 30 is kind of like a fear of mine. I don't think I'm going to be in school till that long, but just kind of like I would like to start a family earlier, although I know I'm in no position right now to do that, especially right now. But I don't like the idea of it being so late, because I don't want my future family or future kids to be kind of late to the game compared to my brother's kids, because I know he's not going to have any more kids. So it's kind of like I feel like they're going to be a little bit alienated from the rest of my family more so. I don't know. I'm an overthinker, clearly. I'm a Virgo, so it bothers me a little bit. But good to see you, Sean. Awesome. Favorite song from Ari? I would have to say Seven Rings, probably. But I really like her song, what is it? Imagine, and then what is the other one? There's another one that's not so popular that I like too, and I don't remember. Needy. It's Needy. Needy and Imagine, and then Seven Rings, though, is like the one, obviously, that is on the radio. Seven Rings, Thank You Next. I love that whole year of her music. It was great. Oh, yeah. Younger than all your cousins. Yeah, I feel like that's how it's going to be for my kids. But I do have a cousin. I have 3 cousins, actually, that are kind of grouped with me. So I feel like we're all going to kind of have kids maybe around the same time, even though they're younger than I am, but just because I waited so long. So I feel like they'll at least still have, like, cousins to grow up with. It's just kind of more with my brother and, like, closer family that it won't happen.
And so like whenever he was my age, he was already like starting a family. He already had children and things like that. And since I'm in school and I'm kind of the black sheep in my family in so many ways, I often compare myself to him, and I'm like, when am I going to be able to have a family? And so it's like I'm looking at after this year, another 3 years of school, plus maybe 2 years for a postdoc.
I'm not doing a postdoc, so I know that now for sure, which makes me feel a little bit better.
And it's like, I'm going to be 31 whenever I'm finally done with everything.
No, so it's going to be about 28, 29 when I'm done with everything.
That's something that really kind of worries me in some ways, because I'm such a family-oriented person. What is the most impressive thing you know how to do? Playing clarinet. I can play piano. I have taught myself saxophone from playing clarinet, which is super easy. That was question 25, and I feel like I've probably already done over 50. I'm going to answer 2 more questions.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys hear that? I feel like someone's getting a little something right now.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's so...
Are you usually early or late? So this depends, honestly. So when it comes to work...
It doesn't depend anymore. It's more on the late side.
I definitely have to be early. Now, whenever it comes with friends, I still like to be on time, but I'm like more inclined to be late from like getting ready and not feel bad about it.
It's gotten a lot worse since I've moved here, because now that I'm close to downtown, I live like literally 5 minutes away from everywhere I would need to be. I'm 5 minutes away from campus, 5 minutes from one of my main jobs. Another job is a little more in the south side of Austin, but it's online this year because of the COVID pandemic, so I don't have to go anywhere. but literally everything I could ever need is just 5 minutes away driving wise. And so because of that, I do end up late to everything now, because it's like, oh, I don't have to get ready an hour beforehand. I can wait until like 20 minutes and get ready. So it has gotten pretty bad compared to what it used to be. Although I wouldn't say I'm late necessarily to everything, but more so with the hanging out with friends, I'm pretty much late almost all the time now.
No question. What's the number? 92. What risks are worth taking? This kind of goes with what I was saying earlier about being successful. Anything you can do to kind of push the envelope, I always try to do in my workplace. With
That's
relationships, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and that's something that I've dealt with personally. So don't be afraid of rejection, because you never know, the right person you put yourself out there for could be the one. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have no idea how many facts I actually gave you, but the intended number was 50. I took 27 questions. I'm sure I got up to 50. It'd be awesome to eventually get through all of these questions. Maybe I should make like a mini series on facts about me. I will stop.
Which I actually did start doing. I think I have 5 videos on facts about me. But I don't know if I would still do that now, because it's just like some random person people are clicking on and it's just talking about yourself. Although I tried to make it conversational, it just didn't seem to sit right with me, so I hadn't done any, and it's been several months, I think, since I did my last video with that. I don't know, I wasn't always the biggest fan of that. That was just something I would do if I had the time. However, doing live streams, and that's what I liked about my very first live stream, was that was kind of my attempt to make it more conversational, to where it's not just me telling you things about myself to get to know me, because I'd like to get to know my subscribers and watchers as well. And that's the whole point of why I started the YouTube channel, which I mentioned in the first video. So I would definitely say that it was a great way for me to start, but probably not something I will continue doing in my videos.
Stop rambling on so you can go on about your day, and
Okay.
I hope you all have a great rest.
So that was interesting. That was a lot of facts about me. Oh, Laura, you're against the pushing the envelope. I feel like that's like the main way to get progress, though. Like you gotta show something new, and sometimes you just gotta put yourself out there a little bit more, even though it might seem like it's not the right thing, to show that you can push it, you know, and do something very different. I have no idea what video I should watch next. Someone tell me what video I should watch going into this next one. I have no idea what I want to view next. I would like to watch a couple more videos though. My birthday week video, that was interesting for sure. Let's see here. My MacBook. Yes, I know you're not necessarily the most I guess like assertive with pushing things, but I think you could do it. Like, push come to shove, I bet you could do it. I'm gonna do the birthday week video because I don't know what else to do at the moment. Oh, I hated that a lot of this was on my phone because it changed the orientation of the video. Oh, that's true. It was, wasn't it? The opposite of yours.
Finally, I know I've shot all my videos up to this point in my apartment, other than what I tried to do, but didn't think you'd enjoy.
Yeah, so this was the first official video of me not being in my apartment, and that was posted on September 15th. So it took me a month to finally do a video outside of my apartment, which actually I feel like is not that bad now that I'm thinking about it, but
today is the beginning of my birthday week, and so I am heading to brunch with one of my best friends here in Austin, and actually it's her parents came in, I guess for Labor Day weekend, and I love her mom. her mom loves me, and they wanted to take me out to brunch today.
Her parents are really awesome. I love them very much. They always treat me out to dinner and brunch and things like that, which I'm grateful for and appreciative of. And they let me know of concerts and events. They really are wonderful people. I love her parents very much.
And so I'm on my way there, and it's a place called.
It was a good week, Laura. It was a wonderful
I've never been
week.
there before. It's apparently.
And Reem was a trooper for trying to do something every single day. And for those of you who haven't watched this video, that's essentially what it is it's just I did something pertaining to my birthday every day that week. And so this is just kind of gluing them all together for my birthday week.
Mexican-inspired food. I don't know if it's Tex-Mex or like actual Mexican food or what.
Oh, this was the first time I went there.
I'll keep you guys posted and let you know.
I've been there about 20 times since this day.
But this is the first official event of my birthday week, and I wanted to take you with me, especially since I just looked it up like an hour ago, and it's 0.8 miles from my house, so it's not very far at all. And I thought it would be good to kind of do something a little different that's outside of my apartment, even though this is also not too exhilarating. It's in my car, but, you know, I see a lot of other YouTubers doing videos in their car. And...
which is a great justification, right?
yeah, so I have a lot of things planned, and so I wanted to, I say and so quite a lot. I need
see, I caught that because I was saying it quite a bit in that video. For sure. I'm gonna turn this off. There we go. Getting a little too much light.
To get out of that habit. But I am planning on doing a lot of things this week for my birthday, and I want to keep you guys posted on each thing that I'm doing. I'm going to put them all together in a video, and that's what you're watching now. And I hope you
clearly
make it to the end of me celebrating my birthday. So I'm walking in now, and this place looks pretty cool, actually.
So this was back when I was still kind of timid with the whole YouTubing situation, which wasn't the case when I was in high school. So I guess it's something that I got kind of not being used to doing as much like I did in high school, but anytime I was videoing in public, I got a little more shy because I didn't want people around me being like, is he talking to himself? Like, why is he videoing himself or anything? I don't care about that so much anymore now, but it definitely was something that I had to get.
So as you walk in this entrance, you go into a beautiful atrium in this restaurant, and I really, really love that space, and I have some pictures I'll show you here in a second that shows me in the space with the lighting. It's very, very beautiful. And then I wasn't expecting such a large spread, so it definitely is a buffet style brunch.
It's my friend Kristen,
a little different for me,
and then that's Reem.
I'm used to doing. And the mole was delicious, and I had
wonderful food,
and some of this like Mexican cornbread hybrid though. It's like
mole.
It's not super dry. It's really, really moist. And then I put an egg on top of that. And then I got another plate of food.
Got another plate.
And then I
another plate.
To, like, taste some of the desserts.
I actually got dessert,
which is one of my.
Which for those of you who don't know me, I'm not a big dessert person, but Reem made me because it was the first time trying that place. So and they had tres leches, which is one of my favorite desserts. So I could not try it.
Favorite desserts. And so here are a few more pictures out in the atrium. As you can see, the lighting's really, really great. Had a great time with Reem and Kristen, and then Reem's parents, who I'm not going to picture in here because I didn't really get their permission to show their photos, so I'm not sure if they're comfortable with that. But yeah, it was a really, really great experience, and I highly recommend the food. So after brunch, I am I'm at the Green Belt in Austin, Texas. And I'm gonna go hiking and probably take a dip in the springs, and I'm gonna hang out with my friend Hunter.
I've only seen Hunter, I think maybe it was once or twice after this day. He was someone I was kind of seeing briefly. We went on just a couple of dates, and then it just didn't end up panning to anything.
Pretty out. It's a little cloudy, but it feels really nice though, temperature-wise. So I think it's gonna go really, really well. I'll keep you posted. Okay, so just kidding. I've only been to the Greenbelt one time, and I thought, he said to meet at Gus Fra, and I looked at it online, and I thought it was just, one of the trails that's at the Greenbelt.
Yeah, it was an epic fail.
Not in that area.
I mean, I was really far away from where I was supposed to be, so he had to wait on me to get to the right location. It was so bad.
Having to drive a few miles over. So just kidding. I will keep you posted and let you know if I ever get there, which I know I will, but there's no telling. We might end up coming back to where I just left from, because he's saying that there's no one there right now, and there might.
And this is stuff that people don't care, and that if I were editing this video or re-editing it, I would totally edit completely out.
Might not be water over in that area. Okay, guys, so.
Yeah, Tres Leches is really good. I didn't know that was your dad's favorite.
Oh, this is not going nearly as planned. So we went to Gus Fra, or however you say it, and all of the water was gone. It had been completely dried up.
It was right here, yeah. So remember, we were supposed to go, swimming, taking a dip in the springs, and then this is what we saw. It was all dried up. So that day was just one thing after another.
We were at Zilker, and we are going to head over to the springs from over here, and hopefully there will be water, which I'm sure there is over here. But yeah, so this is my third try, Hunter's second try. So we're gonna see if this works out, and again, I will keep you posted. Hopefully.
Yeah, so that day we eventually got in somewhere. I think this is when we went to the pool area at Barton Springs. I don't remember. But yeah, it was just one thing after another that didn't work out very well. And I should have just taken all of this out and waited until I got to what we were doing to really start vlogging it. But you learn, right? You live and you learn. But yeah, Tres Leches isn't just my only favorite either. I love red velvet cake, and I love carrot cake. And for those of you who say red velvet cake is just chocolate cake, no, it's not. It's not. It's really not. Okay.
Hopefully, third time's the charm.
Had to clear that up. Yeah, and look at this line. It literally, oh my gosh, we waited in line. I think, I don't remember. Maybe I tell you guys in the video. But it was insanely...
So this was the line, and we did have to wait a little while.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't too bad, because once we did get in, it was very, very nice, as you can see.
Yeah. So that's what we ended up doing.
I'm on day 2 of my birthday week.
And that was just day 1.
I'm going to go to a place called Fat Cats in Austin, Texas.
This place was pretty cool.
And apparently it's a lot of vegan desserts and things like that, even though I'm not really vegan, but I wanted to check it out because it's just kind of down the road from where I live. So they have organic coffee, and they have an extensive tea menu.
And they really do. And now that I'm remembering this, and I drive by it every time I go to the gym, or really anywhere north, because it's just north of my complex, but it's really excellent. And I haven't been, I don't think, since this day. So I think I need to go back soon. And I don't even know if they're open.
And everything, so I'm really excited to check it out. And the sun is completely blinding me. There we go. Now it looks super exposed, but I don't care. Anyways, so I'm on my way to do that, and she is throwing me a big birthday bash this week, which I'm really excited about and think that's really sweet of her to do. And we might end up going to Dollar Tree after this. I'm not sure if we'll have time because they close kind of early, but if we do, to get party stuff, I will definitely have you guys tag along with me. So here's this super cute entrance to Fat Cats, and
yeah,
I
so
really like this.
Clearly still trying to with working on my phone, it was much harder, but my audio levels were all over the place in my earlier videos, because not saying they're perfect now either, but it's whenever I would do voiceovers, they were way louder than otherwise if I didn't. And then anytime I would put sound effects in, they were way too loud too. So it was like knowing to adjust these things really was like a difficult thing up front to work on.
In this place, it wasn't super crowded.
So I apologize for the constant
as I mentioned, everything
shocks of loud noise.
They had a really extensive menu full of brewed coffees and teas, juices, ice cream treats like coffee floats and ice cream floats, which is really, really awesome, and waffles as well. And another thing that I want to try in the future is something that
how are you doing?
And it's basically like favorite ice
Good to see you pop in.
And it's mixed together, blended together with coffee ice cubes and your choice of milk. And since I'm such a coffee fanatic.
Oh man, John Clatworthy is back. He's back. Oh my gosh.
I really feel like that would be an awesome thing to try as well. And then one thing I really liked was that they had Cuban espresso, which a lot of places don't really serve often. I did not try it because I was not quite in that mood, but I'm definitely going to go back there and try their Cuban espresso just to see how it is. That's just a small taste of their menu. They have so many other things. As you can see in this photo of Reem holding, that's
just the tea menu.
That is only the teas that they have. And so they have so many options. I was very overwhelmed. We both were when we went. And I want to know what you would order. Put a comment below. Are you more of a milkshake person, coffee, espresso? You've gotten waffles.
Me when the coffee's just out of reach.
I like to judge a place that I've never been to before by getting just a plain iced coffee. I feel like if they can't cover the basics very well, then it's like, why would I want to order something more extensive? I want to know if you can cover the basics.
Yeah, I was so stupid in this video. Oh my gosh. Those pillows, they were iconic, so I had to do a photo shoot with them. Oh, cool. What are you streaming? And I've been doing okay. I'm hanging in there. Been really busy with schoolwork and things like that, but just trying to, incorporate some fun time into my life with YouTubing. So a nice little creative outlet, just having a fun time watching my old videos that I first posted and making fun of them, essentially. So although I still don't think they're terrible, but I feel like I've upped my game a little bit, at least, with some improvements. Oh man, Sean, you're missing out. How do you not drink coffee? How do you not function? Or how do you function? That's probably how you don't function. But yeah, I need my black coffee. Well, I say that, but I actually haven't had coffee in a long time. The pandemic's kind of got me out of the habit of drinking coffee. I've been drinking a lot more tea, though. I don't even know what that is, Jimmy. I'm not into the whole streaming thing very much, so I'm very naive when it comes to things, especially if it's video games and things of that nature, but do tell. I don't know what that is. But yeah, coffee and tea are my favorite. Tea, if I do tea, is green tea, always. I love green tea. First. And this was the food that we had gotten.
This is all just caramel. Oh my god.
What did you get?
I got a chocolate chip filled waffle. I don't know yet. I'll think about it.
She was awesome too, the girl who worked there.
Chocolate chip filled waffle with a pound of caramel, syrup, and butter. For my fat belly. What did you get?
Basic. So I got a blueberry waffle with peach cobbler ice cream on top. So not as fat of a belly.
Oh, that sounds like a dream to me, Sean.
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh yeah, so they had these papers on the wall that you could do drawings. The peach cobbler was really good. Peach cobbler ice cream.
Here we go.
Yeah, so with this, I saw this drawing of like an anime character or something, and so I decided to try to copy it and see how it goes. And I was pretty proud of myself for how I did, considering. But I thought it was kind of funny. And there you go. Wasn't the greatest, but his was better. And then we went to Ross.
Hey guys, so we went to Ross for a little bit. As you can see, was not very productive, did not end up getting anything, but now we're...
Well, that's cool. I'll have to, like, are you doing your streaming on YouTube, or do you stream through, like, Twitch or something else? Because I wouldn't mind checking it out. No, I haven't gotten around to making a Discord server. I still don't know yet how I want to go about that if I were to do it. But that's something I definitely will have to consider whenever I get a little more time with looking into it. Also, Jimmy, I don't know if Laura told you in the chat already, but Fin7 is Laura Steiner, so if you remember her, and I'm sorry, Laura, if I just gave away your identity. I did not think before I did that, but I don't think it's a big ordeal with the 3 people in here. Laura knows everything about streaming. Not really, but she knows the streaming game a lot more than I do. So she's probably the best person to ask about that. Oh man.
At Marshall's. So I do have a comforter, it's just in the drawer.
I did a haul because I had to buy stuff when I went to Marshall's.
Yeah, here's some of my haul from Marshall's. Got Tommy Hilfiger.
And it's just like a lot of polos, essentially, which is not... It's totally me.
Some denim and flower. All 3 of those are denim and
button downs.
And I got them for super cheap.
Thanks, John Clatworthy.
I'm really a fan of
I just got a shout out.
And I also got these because, like, I like straws here and there. Reem and I love momos and decided to try a new place that has momo soup. And since we had never had that before, we chose to come here. And I needed a reason to wear the shirt that she and her mom got me that says Dark Side of the Momo.
Yes, I love this shirt so much. Like I said, Reem and her mom got this shirt for me, and it says Dark Side of the Momo. I don't know if you recognize what that's from, essentially, but Pink Floyd, for those of you who might not know. But this is Momo soup, and if you've never had Momo soup, first of all, if you've never had a Momo, you need to have Momos. Like, they are scientifically, clinically proven to be 100% wonderful. So you need to make sure you eat Momos all the time. It's an important part of your diet. I am a nutrition scientist. I can say these things. No, but in all seriousness, of course, I'm joking, but just wanted to put that out there. But this is Momo soup, which is a little bit different. I had never heard of Momo soup, although I'd had Momos before. But there's a wonderful place, if any of you are ever in Austin, that I can take you to get Momo soup.
Well, so that was a plus. So here's the Momo soup, and that was followed with some fried chili momos and
so
steamed
fried chili momos and then some steamed momos.
Super delicious, and I have to say that
essentially momos are kind of like these dumplings.
I think the Momo soup
clearly
was really
from the pictures. I mean, they're just essentially kind of like dumplings.
It starts to get cold. And then this is me just explaining the...
Oh my gosh, so this was something else that I got so mad about, you guys. I recorded this whole thing, so I think this was around when I got a new microphone for my camera, for this camera, and I forgot because it's plugged in, you have to turn the microphone on, obviously. So I recorded this whole thing talking about some of my like birthday cards and stuff like that, and the whole thing was muted the whole time. I was so mad.
And then on top of that, Reen puts her purchases under my number so I can get the rewards. So she gave me the $20 reward from her shopping as well. So I got my car and I put
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen each other for sure. Pretty much since Bama.
I definitely, the past few times, have ridden it down to like 1 mile, and I'm getting in.
And this is why I now have my new camera that I've shown in a previous video of mine unboxing, because that camera back there on my shelf is for vlogging stuff, so I don't have to have quality pictures like this on my phone, because I don't have the new iPhone with the fancy cameras and stuff, so it's like I'd rather get a nice camera anyways as opposed to using my phone to vlog with. And yeah, so you will not see, or you should not see, unless the only option I have is to use my phone. It's not gonna be that blurry. I'm done with the blurry night, the blurry life.
It's not be like that, but I'm kind of in a hurry to go meet Reem at the domain, so.
Oh, it's good to see Patty's back.
I don't really care.
Hi, birthday boy.
Hey. Woo! Whoa. The idea of this night was to find me a birthday outfit for my party, particularly looking at Express to use the gift card I had just gotten. Well, we had to grab some buzzers first, but then we went looking around at some different stores, and once we got to Express,
I don't know if any of you have gotten those Buzz Belly things or whatever it was called. I think that's what it said. But those were actually pretty good, and it is just the perfect amount to where you don't get tipsy even. It's just a nice little bitty buzz. So I highly recommend those if you are of age and also want to just kind of get a little bit of tension out, as opposed to just drinking, because I don't necessarily, recommend that. But those things are pretty nice.
Displayed in the window. Unfortunately, they didn't carry any except the one in the window, so I had to get a worker get it off the mannequin for me to try it on.
Yeah, they would make you tipsy, Laura, probably.
I put it back on for them since I've worked in clothing retail and know the struggle, and I actually worked at Express as my last retail job. But I did end up ordering the jacket online with some doggy dress socks, all paid for using my birthday gift, so I was still really happy. So it is now Thursday of my
Now I gotta turn it back up again.
And tonight I'm going to see It Chapter 2 is one of my friends.
So the funny thing with It Chapter 2 is that the first It came out on my birthday, and then It Chapter 2 came out on my birthday. I think at this point it was 2 years later. If I'm thinking about that correctly. Yeah, it was 2 years later. So it was funny that they both came out on my birthday. But yeah, mimosas, that sounds pretty good right now. I could go for a mimosa right now. Wait, what? When did you take a quarter shot of tequila? And why did I not hear about this? Was that on the trip that you took to Florida? Nice. I don't keep champagne, but maybe I should. The main thing I keep on stock here is wine. I have wine. I have white wine I cook with, red wine I drink, and then I have rum primarily for baking, and then I have... Actually, that's it. I need to get some whiskey, though, to have from time to time. Yeah, It Too was a great movie. It really was. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was wondering, like, when, though, because I was not there at this party. I was thinking of that trip to Florida that, I for some reason thought that you went on the trip with Catherine and them, with Victoria and Mandy, or that group. Daddy Pepsi. Oh man, I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking, but that could be a great name for something in particular.
And what's funny is that the first It came out a couple of years ago.
Okay, so you did go on that trip.
And tomorrow is my birthday, but technically with the whole midnight showing thing, it's still kind of on my birthday. So I'm going tonight since my party is tomorrow night. And before I go, I am meeting up with another one of my friends, Reem, which has been in a lot of the video thus far, to go grab some frozen yogurt.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it happened on that trip, but I was curious if you even went on that trip, if I was remembering that correctly. Or are you talking to Jimmy? I'm getting lost in the chats now. That could be a band name. I'm claiming that. That is my name. Lost in the chats, calling it.
And as you can see, a lot of what we do revolves around food. And so I have not had frozen yogurt since I moved here, which is actually kind of a big deal because that has always been one of my favorite.
I think I might mention Laura in this next minute. Maybe I don't. Let's see.
Things to get for dessert, or if I have dessert. I always love froyo, and whenever I lived in Tuscaloosa, I would get froyo all the time, and I did the same thing when I lived in Albuquerque. This is really exciting for me.
Dang it, I didn't mention you, Laura. I'm so sorry, but Laura was one of my froyo friends that would go with me, especially in Albuquerque, to get froyo, so shout out to Laura for my froyo.
I mean, although it might not be exciting for you, we're going to this place called Yo So Cool. And I feel stupid for saying that out loud.
And I just rolled my eyes because it still sounds stupid.
Test the waters a little bit, and then I'm going to go meet up with another friend to see It, Chapter 2. So the funny thing about this place is that it's literally
here we go. Let me get my headphones on.
But I had told Reem from the very beginning of the week that I wanted to get cheesecake and froyo.
I was proud of that edit.
For my birthday week. And so, since I hadn't had cheesecake yet, and the place I wanted to go, called Celia Jacob, has some weird hours.
Yeah, so there's a place in Austin I've still not been to called Celia Jacobs, and they're supposed to have spectacular cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Again, not a big dessert eater, but if I have dessert, cheesecake is one of my favorite things to have. So the idea was to go get froyo because you can get cheesecake to put on it as a topping, and so I was able to still get cheesecake, and we counted it. I let it count towards that because I told Reem no matter what we do for my birthday week, I want to go somewhere to get cheesecake, and we were kind of coming up to the end of my birthday week, and so this was kind of our compromise on it. Because the place I wanted to go, I refused to go anywhere else, and that's how I am, because I'm a Virgo and type A and an ENTPA, and so yeah, just I couldn't let that go. I was like, I refuse to go anywhere other than that, and I still have not been. So maybe birthday this year I will go to Celia Jacobs, and I will have to let you guys know how that went.
And I wasn't able to go yet. I decided to just get cheesecake bites put on top of my froyo, so I'm hoping...
Oh, really, Jimmy? That sounds great.
Celia Jacob.
Dollar store has everything.
But anyways, I got pistachio
cheesecake
froyo,
is amazing.
With the cake batter. Can't go wrong with either one of those. Pistachio is like one of my go-tos whenever I go to get gelato or something.
Sean, what are we going to do with you, man?
You can't beat the classic.
You don't like coffee and you don't like cheesecake. You're breaking my heart.
Just now starting to vlog and it's nighttime, but that's because I've literally been at home all day and I wanted to take a break from work and do nothing. So I was like watching YouTube all day and just relaxing.
Probably can't even hear that.
Forcing myself not to work. Although I still had to teach music lessons today, so I did do that for a few hours.
Nobody cares.
Other than that, I took it easy.
Nobody cares.
So I'm heading over to my party at Reem's place, and I'm trying. Like, I've had some people messaging me about parking and saying it's an issue, so I'm hoping that I'll get lucky and find a spot once I get there. Like I said, today was a little chill. I should have vlogged this morning, that way you can see me in the light a little bit more, but...
Didn't need to see me in the light that morning.
I'm going to take a lot of pictures and probably have some crazy videos or something from this party that I can show you, and it'll show me in full light with some of my friends. So... keep watching, and you'll get to see me probably act stupid. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get into, but
I actually didn't act that stupid that night.
Not like a super big party, but it's going to be lit, and so I am turning. Well, I've already turned 26, so celebrating the 26 today. And so I'm getting into the second half of
I'm almost 27, and that just reminded me, and now I feel sad.
Of my 20s and living life fully. Okay, so thankfully my parking spot that I like to park in, which is kind of hidden, was open. So I found parking immediately, so I did get lucky. And actually kind of seeing me a little bit better. But walking in now, I know, super exciting, right?
Not really.
I'm excited to see what she's done with the place.
That's 3 cute.
I know a little bit, but she didn't keep me too informed of exactly what she was doing. I just know certain colors.
See, this is something Laura and I would argue on. I would argue on why did you not just type it like this?
I'm so sorry for vlogging on my phone because I know that the quality is not that great. Okay, so I can already hear Reem yelling. She's got this. Happy birthday.
I will never forget this birthday. Reem did all she could that week for me to feel special.
So as soon as I opened the door, I realized
again.
Music copyright issues for video recording. So I didn't take very many videos. Simply because of that, I wouldn't be able to post it not with sound. There are a few shots with me and some of my friends who were there at the time that I got there. I didn't get
some
too
of my
many
friends
pictures shortly after I got there because it got a little hectic for me. But anyways, these are some of my friends that I met in Boston. I love them to death. I'm so glad that those who came out and that were able to come out did come out.
There's Hunter
and I really
in the back, not the one in the front, but in the back.
My life.
Most awkward time of the day for everyone's birthday. So this is my friend Alex back here. He's the one that I went to see It Chapter 2 with.
And so I had a delicious red velvet cake, and after the party ended, my friend Adam took
we went downtown.
Both downtown. We enjoyed ourselves a little bit, got some dancing out of our system. Just to detox a little bit. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I have been drinking, I always love to go dancing.
That's true, and will always be true.
So it is now Saturday.
I love to dance when I'm tipsy.
Last day of my birthday week, kind of. I might extend it through tomorrow, but I am going to pick Reem up right now, and we are heading
to the final day of my birthday week.
And neither one of us have done this before, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. And so we're just finally going to do it and go to the escape game. And we are going to be international spies trying to stop this big threat.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'll read the description to you. Maybe when Reem's in the car with me or something. But
I didn't do that. I just put it up there for you to read.
And hopefully everything will go well. It's a difficulty 7 out of 10. And so we didn't want to start guns blazing or whatever the phrase is, with going into a 9 or 10 out of 10 difficulty. We want to try to leave being able to have completed our mission.
So 7 out of 10 seemed like the logical place to start.
I had offered for today, anyways.
Hello.
We're heading to the escape room. Yes. Both our first time. What do you expect to get out of this, Reem?
We're going to cry when we do not open the box.
So you don't have any faith in us?
No, I have faith in us, just not in me because I'm sleepy because of you.
I already told them that I took the easy one, so I got this.
Yeah, so what she was saying because of that was, because of me, was because the night before was my birthday, and when it kind of died down, we went, like I said, downtown to go dancing, And I know for a fact on the inside she did not want to do that, but she did that for me anyways. And so she was up a lot later because we went out and did that. And so that's why really she was saying because of you, as opposed to it, oh, well, it was just the party. I have not driven a car on the right-hand side, and I would probably wreck if I did. I remember when my host mother picked me up in New Zealand, I was like so not confused, but everything just felt wrong. Like it just felt completely awkward just being a passenger on what is the driver's side here, for sure. So that was kind of interesting, but no, I've not driven one though, and I don't think I should, especially under circumstances I talked about earlier with driving, so we don't want to get into that.
7 out of 10, which was the easiest one they offered. That way we can have a higher likelihood of accomplishing our mission.
Yay!
So we
She
finally
was
found
so
the entrance,
tired.
and we ended up accomplishing our
Ugh,
mission.
it's loud.
So this was our group, and we had a great time saving Tokyo from a massive terrorist attack that was planned to go off on June 3rd of 2020 at 12:45 p.m. or something like that. And we tried taking pictures in the sun for good lighting, but it was definitely a struggle.
At least that did not come to fruition in 2020. Because if that had been down to a T on the date, that would have been super creepy, but also wouldn't seem that out of the ordinary for 2020 if a bomb went off in Tokyo right on June 3rd. So thankfully that did not happen, but the way this year's been going, it would not have been as surprising as it might have sounded when you watched this video a year ago. Or, yeah, a year ago or so. Yeah, I know you guys drive on the right side. It's crazy to think about or to think of. In my opinion, I don't. Yeah, it just feels weird. It's super weird.
But this was a really, really fun way to end my birthday week, and I highly recommend anyone who hasn't done it to do it because you're going to save millions of lives like we did. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video.
Okay, so that was pretty much it.
Let me know if you like videos.
I think I have a blooper at the end of this one.
Okay, bye.
Wait, was that for YouTube? It was for YouTube.
I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna turn it up really quick.
Wait, was that for YouTube? Because I was being a piece of. It was.
I thought that was funny.
Oh.
I thought you were being cute.
How do you even get inside? What is this?
You gotta go around right here.
I don't want to go around.
I don't want to go around. Oh man. Yeah. Interesting to say the least. Yeah. I have read about the Simpsons thing predicting, they've predicted a lot of things with the Simpsons. It's kind of crazy, the things that they've gone over and been correct on. But trying to think. Oh my gosh, this was like, I actually had a good time making these movie trailer review kind of videos. I will say I was not very good at it. I liked doing this video more than these two. Where you talk about the movies specifically, not my thing. But I will watch trailers I've never watched before, and you get to see my genuine reactions. And clearly, based on the title, all of these were based on scary movies. And so I remember there was one that really got me, and this was 9 months ago, which was still a pretty early time in my YouTube career. I'd like to still find like one more really early video. I don't know, it's like even just going through kind of my videos, like if you start at the bottom and work your way up, I do like how you can, I mean, you can see some of the phases I went through, but I feel like even just my thumbnails are getting better and more sophisticated, or cleaner, maybe not sophisticated, but I really like how I'm transitioning into something a little bit higher end, at least, like from, I don't know, around 1-2 months ago to now. I'm proud of the progress I'm making on that, at least, if anything. I came across one video. This video is hilarious. This was 6 months ago, so it's definitely not super old, but this was a really random video that we came up with in the moment, and I loved that. So if you've not watched this video, you're about to be enlightened in your life.
Say hi.
So this was Reem's kind of first introduction, I guess you could say, on my channel as far as being involved in a video, as opposed to my birthday week where she kind of just was in that part at the end mostly, other than pictures. So this was her chance, and I was letting her kind of take the wheel to start the video, to do the intro. And so this is Reem trying to start the video.
This is obviously not Matthew. That one is Matthew.
You might remember me from his
Birthday video.
Yeah.
You might remember me from his birthday week video. All 7 days of it.
Keep going. Yeah. This was great. This was a really fun experience for her to kind of see like what I had been getting myself into a little bit. And so I think she was a little uncomfortable with it, but I mean, rightfully so. I still have moments where I'm like, okay, Matthew, that was stupid, or like, okay, you don't need to say this or do this. And I mean, I get that feeling almost with every video, but I kind of just go with it because I'm just like, I like it, and that's what matters to me, since I'm not trying to necessarily please people. So I just try to let her be her.
Hi! Today we are going to be seeing how long we can stretch this little purple noodle worm thing. And we will be...
And this whole video is edited on my phone. Still, keep in mind I was using my phone for this video. For all of these videos so far. She did. She almost hit me in the eye.
Stretchy. Oh, this is Sarush. Sarush is demonstrating how stretchy it is while he inhales into a latex glove for no apparent reason.
It's like one of the most seemingly pointless videos at first, but there is a reason for it.
Oh, okay, well, you gotta, so why are we doing this? Why are
Saving the intro.
The idea was it to measure how far it could go.
Was it yours or yours? It was Sarush's idea.
But
Enough!
But when we tried to do it, first with our bare hands, we noticed that as you
That cardigan game is strong.
fingers a little bit. So my first instinct was to try a latex glove, but we thought that we'd get you guys in on it while we try it to see how far it can go. But we're also going to try to use some of
She tried to get out of the frame.
and cleaning gloves or something.
Oh man.
Dishwashing gloves?
Okay, that'll work. So there's also, what does it say on the package?
This was a very disorganized video since it was like in the moment.
So we're gonna see if we can get it stretchier as we go out. First with our bare hands, then we're gonna try these latex gloves and then these.
Oh, these sound effects. So essentially, in case the intro was so terrible you didn't really catch what we were doing, essentially she had this like purple thing that stretched, and so we were trying to measure how far you could stretch it across her living room, But my twist on it was, let's make it kind of like a competition or a contest or challenge, whatever you want to call it, and check out the different types of gloves to see if that helps us stretch it further, because you're only limited with how far you can stretch it based on how much you can grip it before it slips out from your fingers. So we were trying it with our bare hands, and then we had latex gloves that we were going to try it with, and then we had dishwashing gloves or kitchen gloves that we were trying to use with it. Really random video, but we were there and needed entertainment, so.
Alright, let's do it!
First with bare hands. So predictions.
Okay.
Let's say 8 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna say 8 feet and 1 inch.
I don't know how much is right.
This isn't The Price is Right. It's like 8 feet. 8 feet and 1 inch.
So we can see what your real guess is.
Well, it's out of that. You can't do it at an angle.
Well, but it depends
Okay,
if
let's see
you're
here.
there.
I'm gonna try to fast forward to the actual. Oh yeah, you can't miss.
Your cameraman, Mr. Yasin.
Yeah.
Hi!
So he was the one doing the filming.
10 feet. Alright.
So that's all of our guesses.
Okay. Stretchers, stretch!
This dramatic music on. It was so hard to keep that from slipping out from my fingers, like hardcore.
Oh my god! No!
And because of that,
It was right. It was 10 feet and like maybe 1 or 2 inches.
yeah, he was the closest.
Yeah! Alright, now let's see how much you can go with latex gloves.
Yeah, because I let go of it. I I hit his hand because it popped back and hit it. And he was trying to explain that, and Reen just didn't care.
And yes, we just casually have latex gloves in our apartment.
Yay! Blood activity!
And what she means by that is in our lab, she was in charge of blood collection for the intervention that we.
Yeah, so in our lab at school, Reem's been the one in charge kind of doing blood stuff, and so she had all of these latex gloves at home because of that. So it did increase. Look at that. Watch. Look how fast that thing popped back and hit his hand. Boom. I loved editing this video so much. I felt bad for him though, because I know that had to hurt his hand.
Maybe we should make sure he has gloves on both hands.
Oh man, it was shaking. It was so bad.
Oh, look at this! It's
And then the last one,
so you can done. Alright.
I love editing this part.
Alright. Dramatic music. Go! Dun, dun, dun.
That's okay, I'll put some in.
That's okay, I'll put some in.
Go!
Oh man. I think this one pops him in the hand too, if I remember correctly. It was still really hard to grip. Oh man.
He definitely got the short end of the stick on this activity.
11 feet and 3 inches!
Wow.
Yes. That was not fun.
Oh my
Are you
god.
okay?
Yeah, she wasn't even asking.
His hand is shaking.
Let me see here. I'm trying to get through it.
Now, I'm gonna...
Here's the outro. So she was, I think... Okay. I gotta put it in context. Here's the outro.
Smash the like button, leave some comments below.
Oh,
those graphics, though.
Fun watching our fun purple snake video. Subscribe. Here. I have no idea where he's gonna put it, but subscribe to purple snake videos.
Comment below if you'd like to see Reem in more of my videos, by the way.
And Sarouche. And Yasin.
Now I'm gonna clearly cut this part out. So now
So I said I'm going to clearly cut this part out. And then that's the look that she gave the camera.
I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, or something like that, and then say, okay, this is how I do it. Okay, bye. And then
So explaining to her how to do the outro.
Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you have fun watching this video. Okay, bye.
And then that was an outro that I had made, my little banner. That was my banner at the time too, which has changed also. But this is Sarouche, by the way. This is his channel. He posts like a lot of soccer stuff. So, and there's the video of me and Dalvin. But he's great. Yeah, I went through a lot of different graphics with my channel this past year. I even momentarily had, what video has it? I think my Vogue one does. My intro that I had for that, where did it go? Why can't I find it? But my Vogue, this was actually kind of funny, but this was the intro, another intro that I had. And so I went through that whole fiasco of that intro, and I think I had a different outro for that as well.
Show your support.
Kind of like that. So I did that, and then I have what I have as my current bumper, I guess is what the cool kids call it nowadays. It's not called an intro, it's called a bumper. It was a recent intro, yeah. I just didn't like it. So I just stopped using it pretty quickly after it was made. I thought it was a little confusing with the beginning more so than the outro, of course. But I kind of wanted the intro to feature the things that I was talking about on my channel at the time. And so the different frames that keep shifting were supposed to be representative of all of the kind of the playlists that I had on my channel. So I had a playlist that was for food and cooking. I had one that was for gardening, one for my music, and things like that. So each frame shift was kind of to represent that. But I just thought it was a little confusing to get that at the beginning, because then it's like, okay, what's this channel about? Because there's a lot of random stuff kind of put in. So I didn't think it was great. And that's why now I just have my little bumper with the logo, which I think is just cleaner anyways, and really simple and quicker, because I didn't want it to be long. And that intro was like 11 seconds long, and now the one that I use is about 5 to 6 seconds long. So just kind of cutting that time down as well. And then this is kind of my new channel art that I did. It's just like a little collage. Got Mia over here, her little section. So that hasn't necessarily changed, but yeah, same. The intros, if they are too long, and I think that's kind of a shift in the YouTube world right now with the intros. I think I even heard, who was it? I heard someone on YouTube the other day, and they were like, what are intros? Like, who's still doing intros on YouTube? So I think it's something that's not as common now. I think that was like a phase thing. But the bumpers, I think, are used a lot more often, where it's just like a brief little logo or something for your channel. And so that's kind of what I have right now. And I like it. I think it's simpler to use. And you don't have to like think about it or explain it. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate how that transpired with all of that. Yeah, just the outros. Yeah, and I definitely have videos like that where I don't use the intros, and of course with my live streams I don't have either. I don't even put an outro. I don't go back and add an outro to my live streams. I just kind of leave my live streams as they are. I don't think I've done an outro in a live stream. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting there. Laura, did you have a chance to look at this video, the ant video? I know you had mentioned that the other day. I would, if you want to hear me sound like a blithering idiot, then I highly recommend that video. There was a video I had seen. I keep doing that. I need to go back to my video thing. You did? Oh, I said ants over 3,700 times. This is crazy. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching that Vogue video, but that's like one of my more recent videos that I've done. But it's been a great year. It really is hard to believe that it's been a year ago. I was pulling this up the other day just to make sure I hadn't missed it already, and to see that it's been a year is absolutely crazy to think. And look at that that description. Look at that. I appreciate any shout outs and will do the same in return. That has not, I need to change, I need to go back and re-edit my descriptions on my videos now. I have 6 likes though. Hey, I have likes and I don't have any dislikes yet, but we'll see. Oh man. It was funny, I'm sure, to watch, because I laughed at Mr. Beast's video of doing the Bee Movie, but man, that really, you couldn't see it as much in the camera with the live stream, but I was literally like doing this every time. I was saying them in groups of 5 and counting on my fingers, because having to count up to 85 ants, like whenever you repeat them, really gets to you after a while. But I was actually kind of scared at one point, because I realized something with the live stream was weird, and I thought that after I had uploaded it that I was going to have to redo the whole video because it was not processing, and that was really, really scary, because that was like clearly an hour and a half of my time that I did not want to have wasted. So I'm glad that that was not the case. And clearly this one's unlisted. That was just a test for my live stream, so Laura was there for that. But making the Viking helmet for my dog. This was a funny video that I loved.
How you doing? Welcome to quarantine day number 15.
Quarantine. So this was before I went home to Tennessee for 2 months. This was the second, well, I just said quarantine day number 15, so this was a couple of weeks after things were shut down and getting shut down. So this was still when absolutely nothing was open, and I was literally in this 630 square foot apartment by myself doing absolutely nothing. Like, it was insane. I was getting quarantine fever hardcore.
Actually, it's not gonna video yet, but I hit the avocado jackpot. I don't know if you guys know what that means.
So I vlogged.
It's whenever you have
it's like a clear thing to do.
Tiny pit.
But the avocado jackpot, for those of you who don't know, is whenever you have a nice sized avocado and the pit is super small, so it's mostly just the meat of the avocado.
So there's more, I guess you could say, meat in it. So that was kind of exciting.
So that was clearly the most exciting thing going on in my life.
That's a good way to start.
Eating an avocado.
I have a busy one today, you guys. So
and you guys don't care about that.
Things are right now. Yeah, I just got a nose job, dude. What are you up to during this time?
Yeah, I was clearly losing my mind.
I am so tired. You can tell I say that in like every video. I need to get my sleep schedule worked out. I just finished teaching clarinet, so I have that done.
I did go on a walk.
Scheduled, so I don't have time to go to the store before my next class.
This was before the whole face mask thing blew up with the mandate and everything, so...
Nice. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to make a YouTube video. The weather is so nice today, and it is...
Have a wonderful lunch. I hope you do. I don't plan on this being a super long live stream like my other ones are typically, so I think I'm going to close things up here in a little bit, but
it's really nice day
thanks for watching.
And I have so many things back to back to back today.
Okay, let's get to the
exciting part. Definitely can make the process a lot more fun. And then I have
Reem, oh my gosh, why did I say Reem? Mia was terrified. First of all, you could tell this was her quarantine haircut because the groomers were closed, so she looks a little rough. But also, this was, I think, the first time... No, it was not. The first time I think she was on the kitchen counter was the pumpkin carving video that I did. But this was the second time, so it was clearly still a traumatic thing for her to go through. So she was freaking out.
With her because she gets a lot of anxiety. But I do have a stapler as well. And then just grab a writing utensil so you can mark the shape. But for all seriousness, I will eat that. I didn't buy cereal just to get the box. I am not one of those people. But just open up the
Take it easy.
I am not an expert at this. I have no idea what I'm doing. But actually, you might not even need scissors. Yeah, if you're just careful, once you have the bottom part open...
Yeah, and this video was a last-minute video I came up with, too. Clearly, it was not super organized. I tried to keep it a little more structured as much as I could, but it was just an idea that came to me. It's not one that I looked up online. And so I was literally just kind of playing it by ear and was like, I'm going to make the cereal box a Viking helmet. So I literally went to the grocery store to get the cereal and then went to Dollar Tree to get the duct tape. And so
lift it up and tear it
there you have it, folks.
Doing that, might spread it off just a little bit more like that. Boxes, and they bought fabric to put over them and everything, and they look in the front. Obviously, you're gonna have to cut it to make it shorter, but I actually do think this is gonna work. Wow, this is turning into a that should be on 5-minute crafts, bitch.
Oh my gosh. Legit. And that southern accent coming out.
Oh man, I have so much work that I should be doing right
5-minute crafts is a joke now. I just get so annoyed with the videos that they come out with because they're not even crafts anymore. It's just like random nonsense. If you don't know what 5-minute crafts is, then the only way I know of them, the form is on Instagram, and they come out with these 15-minute videos for craft ideas that take way longer than 5 minutes to do. Do not be fooled.
The first piece that we made, you can actually, it's the same exact width of this piece that goes across the top, so it fits perfectly. So this is the box that you should...
I doubt anybody who watched this video or ever watches this video is going to do this.
Already, you can see a defined straight line with the...
At least with the way that I'm explaining it.
I'm just lining that line up right here, and then I'm going to go ahead, and it gives me enough space on top to play with it. So
yeah. They are dumb and super complicated. Although I have thought about doing YouTube videos where I try to follow 5-minute crafts tutorials to see how they turn out, and also to time myself to see how long they actually take. Because I actually did enjoy this video a lot, and it's, I think, the only video on my channel that is like a craft type thing. And now that I have better equipment and things like that, and I'm gonna have better editing capabilities, and I've learned a lot since then, I think I can make it a little more fun and just better in general than this.
And that's gonna like mess everything up. That would be my luck. That's the luck that I'm having. So that's the frame of the helmet, and then it doesn't have to look pretty or anything. I was just in a crafting mood. One reason why I really want. I am how this and well.
Just trying to skip through some of this. So I use a shot glass, which, I mean, why not use a shot glass? You can always use a shot glass. When in doubt, grab a shot glass. It will change your life and do whatever you need it to do.
Go ahead, stencil out about. I'm starting with 9. I know I'm going to need more than that, but I just want to see kind of the. So we're going to have this and right here. So for me, it looks like I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I thought I had Alexa in here.
I need 11. So
I definitely had an Alexa moment.
So
I'm trying to find it.
For you guys, this will be done in a matter of seconds, whereas for me, it's probably going to take me a few minutes.
I swear I did. I know I do somewhere in this video. I think it was earlier at the beginning.
Okay, so that was painfully boring.
Just like this video, I guess.
You guys have more comfortable scissors than I do. Because
Oh, man.
my finger the whole time. It's like getting really red and it's like swollen a little bit. Swole! Yeah, not that way.
Oh, man. That was terrible. That was a terrible joke.
It's a good thing. I have my 11 beautiful circles. First of all, I don't know why I did that. At least if you're doing a small circle, you just gotta cut off a small piece of tape, like just a little square, and pretty much one piece is gonna do it. So you just kind of place it over.
You do it to him. You just gotta do it to him.
As best you can. It's not gonna always be. And look at that shimmer, shimmer,
shimmer.
Princess.
Yeah, here we go.
Over here that I was able to find. Look at
it's like in this part.
Shimmer. I'm gonna have a Princess Viking over here. So now I'm just gonna put the tape on over these individual pieces. Again, super easy. Alexa, tell me a little bit about Vikings.
Vikings were Norse people who from the late 8th to late 11th centuries raided and traded from.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. My Alexa is going off now. Alexa, shut up. She was saying the exact same thing, like in sequence with the video. That was creepy.
Northern European homelands across wide areas of Europe and explored westwards to Iceland, Greenland, and Finland. The term is also commonly extended in modern English and other vernaculars to include the inhabitants of Norse home communities during what has become known as the Viking Age, 793 to 1066 AD.
That angle is not flattering on me at all.
Alexa, these are important questions. I have 3 more left to go. Was that bitch just listening to me? Okay, so.
I think that's like the funniest part of the whole thing, because after that whole long thing about the Vikings, it was literally minutes. Like it was a cut in the video, but it had been minutes since she did that, and then she made that sound and had the light on, so it was like she was listening to my voice, but I didn't say Alexa, so it was kind of weird that happened.
Now I have all of these.
Still don't know what it was that caused that.
They are so shimmery and gorgeous. I'm gonna have a beautiful Viking on my hands. Seriously, you guys, I think I might make this like a Halloween thing this year, if there is any type of Halloween festivities, if that's not canceled on top of everything else.
I'm glad I rewatched this video because I'd completely forgotten that that was a thing that I was going to try to do, because I already threw away the Viking helmet I made.
But seriously, I might make me a helmet out of a cereal box to match. Okay, so now one thing I realized I forgot to mention at
But I'm pretty sure Halloween's canceled this year
the
anyway.
beginning was one of the most important pieces of equipment, and that is to get a hot glue gun. Bam! Okay, so I have my hot glue gun. It just needs to get hot. But while I do that, hopefully I'll have a finished.
This is where I started to really experiment with time-lapse, actually. This was one of the first videos where I did time-lapse. So that was really cool to get to use it in that way. Twice as dangerous. Oh wait, I missed your comment before too. You would. Oh man, but now that kind of sounds good, not gonna lie. And I have a lot of Ready Whip in my fridge right now. Hint for what the next video I'm doing with Dalvin is going to entail. It does involve Ready Whip, so be ready for it. See what I did there? That was a terrible joke. Oh my gosh. That's kind of been my mood right now. My brain is dead. I've been working on school stuff today, and this has been my break. And before I started the live stream, I was literally scrambling to get to the live stream at 7 because of work and trying to throw food in my mouth to eat. But I was messaging one of my friends and literally sent him a picture because I was just out of it. I couldn't type. I was trying to reply to something he had said and it was not happening. And then on top of it all, I tried to pour my cereal into this. In case that's hard to see, which it is, that is a Tupperware lid. I grabbed a lid to pour cereal into to eat. Yeah, I was clearly brain dead, and this I think has been a nice break for me to kind of refresh my mind, but also I'm still brain dead, so that's a thing. But yeah, with Halloween, well, couldn't it be twice as safe because you have 2 masks on? My biggest mistake with this was I wasn't thinking about it being something I could actually put, like my cap that I have on right now, that I could actually put her head inside of. I was just picturing it as something on top of her head. That's why I was trying to put her ears through the slots, and it just wasn't the right shape. It needed to be way bigger, but it was still cute though. It was a nice idea. But if I redo it, that's what I would have to fix. And I learned that Mia just hates being in front of the camera. I mean, she absolutely hates it. I don't know what it is. She had the camera in front of her as a puppy all the time, so you'd think she'd be used to it. But she hardcore freaks out whenever she sees a camera in front of her, and I don't know what it is. Bless her heart, she was like such a trooper that day. She tried.
I am super happy with how this turned out. It was a pretty great success story to me. Vikings and Mia, I'm telling you, just get ready, baby girl. Halloween comes.
Wearing masks on the top and bottom half of the face could be dangerous because you can't identify the person at all. But I feel like most people wear full masks anyways on their face, don't they, for Halloween?
Definitely super fun, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
I don't know, I guess it depends, but I know like the mask that I have for Halloween is a full face mask. You can't identify who I am just with the one mask. This is a really amazing place, by the way. If you ever go to Austin, Mozart's Coffee is one of the best places, in my opinion, to go get coffee because it's right by the lake or river. It depends on where you are and what you want to call it. Lady Bird Lake, whatever. But it's beautiful. But at Christmas time,
My channel, don't forget to click that
they do these awesome light shows with live like music and hot chocolate, and it's just all the warm fuzzy things about Christmas season.
University of Texas.
So this was like before one of the classes I TA for.
Today, I was feeling like doing something a little special.
And I bought them donuts because I'm an awesome TA for my students.
Variety, assortment.
Donuts and donut holes.
For my students in this class because, I was an undergrad.
And this was also awkward because we were in a building that was not part of our department. So this classroom was like on the other side, not on the other side of campus completely, but it was pretty far away from where most of our classes are. And it's in like an older building too, which, I mean, I'm not, trying to say newer buildings are better, but I mean, they kind of are better quality. And so the classrooms in this building, I just don't like at all, unless they're renovated. Yeah, I know out in Albuquerque that would definitely be something not great to have to worry about. I've been thinking about that too already because I've been watching a lot of crime shows and stuff like that, but it is kind of like face masks kind of give everyone identity like protection if they were to commit a crime as it is. So it's making things like that harder for sure.
Once, I remember how stressful the end of the year is, and yes, as a grad student, it is stressful, but in different ways.
That faded blue hair was growing out.
For me, since I was doing both music and science, I literally would have like 7 classes. And so it's like 6 to 7 final exams. So it was very overwhelming. And so I understand what these students are going through. I don't even want to...
And that is one great thing about grad school is that you don't have 7, 8 classes in a semester. It's just like 3 pretty much for the most part, not counting, especially in music, not necessarily counting ensembles, but it's just like 3 core classes each semester as opposed to 18 hours or 19 hours or 20 hours.
Kids, but I understand what they're going through, so I thought I'd try to lift their spirits up.
That's one thing I'm excited about too this upcoming school year is that I only have 1 class and then the rest are research hours.
But we're just going to kind of ignore that fact, but I thought I'd bring donut holes for the more health conscious people.
Oh my gosh.
Them in that chair.
This still goes on for another minute.
For, the classes that I TA for, I always do something special for special.
Okay, I just said special in 2 random parts of the video.
You guys know what I'm up to. Later today, I'm going to meet with a friend at one of my favorite coffee shops called Mozart's.
Yeah, here we go.
In Austin. And apparently they have lights up and everything, so it should...
Yeah, and this was the first time that I was going to Mozart's, by the way. They are more work and more stress to an extent, but I think it's a lot more compact as opposed to having a lot of different topics, because it should just be, at this point in your academic career, it should just be focused on your interests, which I think makes it easier in one way. Because I know like for me in particular, in undergrad, doing organic chemistry and then having to turn around and do music theory was not the easiest to juggle a lot of different areas, but now that they're more focused on my research, I feel like while it is more work, I enjoy it more, and it doesn't feel as much like work, even though it is a lot of work. But yeah, that's kind of like my take on it. But also I think it depends on how efficient you are with your work as well, because I definitely have more downtime in grad school so far than I did. Even in my music at UNM, I had more downtime than I did in undergrad. But we know how that turned out, so I shouldn't open that can of worms. But yeah, and 3 concentrations. But I think that's what I'm talking about, though, right? You have 3 different kind of areas. It's not very specific or honed in. At least the 3 concentrations there overlap somewhat in some way with it being music. Maybe not overlap with coursework, but at least it is in the same field.
To be really nice, and I'll try to get a little video from that.
Okay, I'm skipping through all of
It's the
this.
struggle bus season.
4 minutes?
Anyways,
See, this is the thing that I like. It's crazy to think about, like, going back and rewatching these videos, because I would never, when I edit, if I were to go back and edit this video, I would probably make it 6 minutes long. I guarantee you I could take it from 14 minutes to 6 minutes. And that's what I've gotten really good at with my editing, is I can put more information in my videos in less time, and focus on trying to keep it really condensed and not have a lot of gap or dead space or no talking, and then not a lot of rambling. I think I'm getting much better. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it yet, but I do think in editing my videos I'm getting much better at not going off on these tangents, and not saying that you can't do videos like vlogs like this, but I think there is a way where you can edit it out to make it a little more focused, and that way your watcher will want to watch it. I guarantee you I've probably not had a single person who has watched this video from top to bottom, and it has how many views? 17. Yeah, so I'm pretty certain that that's one reason why, is because this one I'm rambling through it a lot.
So they can know some information pertaining.
Yeah, I get that. Taking classes you're just interested in. I mean, I take a lot of stats classes that I've not had to take necessarily, but I do it anyways, to make my life harder, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I honestly would probably watch this at twice the speed, if I were to do that as well. But
To their grades, so I'm gonna get off here and go do that.
I rambled a lot in my vlog videos, and I think that's kind of why I don't do them as much right now anymore, is because I noticed that. But I think I can do it now and be better at doing it. I just need to get back in the groove of just grabbing my camera to video whatever. I'm kind of in the mindset right now where I like to have an idea, I like to plan it out, I like to write somewhat of a script to follow a little bit to keep me on track. That way I don't have the rambling. So that's something that I've incorporated in my most recent videos, like my not live streams, but my more recent uploads. Like the past 4 or 5 videos have been more scripted, to prevent things like this from happening in this video. So I've been trying to incorporate things a little bit more.
Holes were a success, and I'll get stuff like that off there. No, this is pretty good.
Maybe I should do a mukbang.
Yeah, it made my students happy, and they actually ended up doing their course evaluation surveys today.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. So it was so funny because I didn't know they were gonna do that today. So I got a text message before this class has 2 teachers, and then I'm the TA for it. So it's basically 3 people in charge. And I forget who, one of them texted me and said something about the course evaluations. And I didn't know that this was the class time that they were going to do the course evaluations. I was like, I bought donuts, now they're gonna think I'm trying to bribe them to give me a good course evaluation. And so I had to hide the donuts. I purposely hid them from the students and didn't let them know about them until after the evaluation, because I did not want them to think that's why I did it. And that was just like the worst coincidence that could have happened.
On their face.
Man, I was going to town in those donut holes.
You know, I think it's
just unusual for me.
It's a 1 year
Oh no, my internet's tired of watching me.
And so,
Okay, I'm gonna get to the Mozarts because that's the fun part.
I don't want to. Okay, so I just parked, and parking is absolutely crazy right now. Took me forever going back and forth just to find a spot that I still had to pay for.
So this is one important thing kind of to me that I wanted to point out. I was getting a little more comfortable with the vlogging in public, so I don't know if you could tell a difference from this as opposed to my birthday, but I'm actually holding it up as opposed to down at a low angle where people can't see me. I'm like confidently holding it up, I'm talking louder, I'm not just kind of like mumbling into the microphone or whatever. So I was getting a little more comfortable with
Are still neat.
recording in public places.
But the lights look amazing, I have to say, from the drive-by that I did, so I'm super excited.
So this is just like walking up to it. And two people almost getting run over.
Look how cute this is.
But yeah, it's like a cute little area
Take you guys around.
by the lake, but it's beautiful because you can literally, I was just there a couple of weeks ago doing schoolwork, and you're right by the lake with ducks and stuff swimming by and outside on the patio. It's a really awesome coffee shop. And they had live music going.
Find out where Earthy is.
I was trying to get like all the lights in the video. Gosh, I wish I had a nice vlogging camera at the time. That would look so amazing if it weren't on my phone. Maybe this year I can do a follow-up video. And they have a grand piano. It's not really a grand piano, it's a frame of a grand piano, but it's just a keyboard. Yeah, they are pretty lights. I love this place. So this is the lake. Obviously you can't see it very well at night, but it's just one of my favorite places in Austin to get coffee. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Christmas happens, for sure. Who knows, maybe it'll bring families closer together. Trying to be on the positive side.
Says the next morning.
Says the next morning.
Last night, I didn't get home till like after midnight. But someone's day with those. It was a fun night.
But I did love vlogging though, because I felt like it took pressure off of like things needing to be perfect. And I feel like that's the whole point of vlogging, is to kind of have a raw perspective, unedited so much in a sense.
Anyways, don't forget to
And that's one thing I do miss about it. So I might try to get back into vlogging a little bit.
And oh my goodness, me, I'm trying to do my outro. Can I finish my video? Okay. But
She is being cute that
please
morning.
don't forget to click that subscribe button and to support my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you watching it. And I would love to hear what some of you like to order whenever you go to a coffee shop. Are you
I'm gonna put that in my
like
comment.
more of the like lattes or cappuccino or frappuccino? Do you like to be extra and get the crazy drinks? I always get just like a plain iced coffee or hot coffee, because I just feel like you gotta have the basics down first.
This is something I think, to devote time to, is going back and trying to improve my titles, my descriptions, and then putting my pinned questions at the top to have a little more engagement potentially. I'm surprised that this has 2 likes on it, to be quite honest, and absolutely no dislikes, so I am fortunate for that, but yeah, it's just those small things, I think, that really puts your channel up more, and makes a big difference in the long run. So I definitely need to go back and into my old videos, update my tags, my hashtags, and put hashtags in my descriptions, and improve my copy and paste my current descriptions that are a little better than just whatever down here. I didn't understand how YouTube analytics and SEO and stuff like that worked whenever I was doing these earlier videos. I mean, this was December 6th, so it wasn't even, what, September, October, November. It was less than 4 months into YouTubing, so still had a lot to learn. But London fog, yes, I will never forget that. That and the chai latte are your favorite things to order. I miss Satellite Coffee. I miss that place so much. I do and I don't. I feel like that's what really got me addicted to drinking coffee, was Satellite, because it was so good. I miss that place so much in Albuquerque. That's probably one of the few things, as far as places go, that I miss, is Satellite Coffee. I've yet to find the equivalent of that here. I've found some amazing coffee here in Austin, but it's typically locations where it's just one location. They're not like Satellite where they're kind of scattered throughout, so it's a lot harder to go drive 30 minutes to go get a coffee every day, you know. So it's unfortunate. I miss Satellite Coffee. Yeah, their London fog. They had something that I would get other than just iced coffee. There was a drink. What was it that I used to get every now and then? It was not often, and when I get it, I would substitute 1 or 2 things, and I'd get the really small one because it was so sweet. But they had something I really liked. Was it something like a velvet? I don't remember. But that word's coming to mind for some reason. Okay, so I've been spending a lot of the time on the early ones, but I kind of want to hit a middle ground one, so it's kind of like you get to see where I started to grow a little bit, maybe. Let's see here. So it would need to be one up here. I'm gonna do this one. So this was actually the last vlog video I did, like true vlog video. This one was kind of like a vlog, but it was just an update because it had been literally 2 months since I posted, and that's what I was saying at the beginning of the live stream when I went back home during the COVID situation. Just was not a great time to make content. I was not motivated to do much at all. I kind of just liked having the break from it, and that's kind of my thing, because YouTube's just like a fun outlet for me. If it starts feeling like making me stressed out, or I don't know, when it starts to feel like there's pressure to do it, it takes the fun out of it, and so I don't want to do it. So it's kind of just something I do. Literally, I do it just for fun. So I don't want to look at this video, but I want to check out the last vlog video I did, because I honestly don't remember much about this one at all. Okay, so I can already tell. I don't know if you guys noticed, probably, yes, the black velvet. Yes, thank you. I almost said black velvet, but I wasn't sure if that was right or not. But yes, that was the drink. Thank you. But what I was saying from the intro, I don't know if you noticed, if it sounds different. it sounds higher pitched, and that's because I sped it up. So I was starting to make subtle changes like that. I noticed my intro needed to be a little bit shorter, and it cut about 3 seconds off. So
I just got fueled up, and I am on my way to Tennessee. Left the house about 20 minutes later than I was wanting to, but, you know, it turned out to be a little bit more than I anticipated because I started thinking of other things that I needed and whatnot this morning as I was packing, so you know how that goes. But I thought I'd go ahead and hop on while I still know where I'm going and how I'm getting there without having to use GIPS, which is also GPS, in case you didn't know. My friend Reem taught me that, so if you're new to my channel and haven't seen Reem in my videos, there are a few you should go check out, but I'll put the link to the purple snake video up, and you can really see how she is. She's amazing. But I wanted to, first of all, start off with how my day started off really well. So I hit the avocado jackpot yet again.
yeah, look at that. That's probably one of my most amazing avocado jackpots to date. That was amazing to have that small of a pit, and that was a pretty nice sized avocado. Sorry,
this week.
most people would not care about that,
Again,
but
the small things that matter.
there you go, the small
I
things
finished a
that
carton
matter.
of that nasty egg substitute. So only one carton to go.
So that might seem random, but this is also, I challenged myself to do a vlog every day for a week. So I did one full week, 7 vlogs in a row, day after day, which actually was not as bad as I thought it would be. And this, I think, is what made me learn to edit efficiently. And so I think doing that, it really helped me grow to realize, okay, what's important to keep in the video? What are things that I should really start taking out? Because I can't spend 2 hours every day editing a video. So I had to get more efficient and clean up my videos more. And I knew when I was recording them not to ramble on because I didn't want to have to edit so much that day, because I was literally recording and editing every day. I was editing the video from the previous day I had recorded while recording the video for the next day I was going to upload. So it was definitely a juggling act while doing school with that. Definitely would not recommend, and I can totally understand how YouTubers who have become famous for their daily vlogs or whatever, kudos to you. I would not be able to sustain myself with that and at least keep the quality of my videos. Definitely not something I would ever want to do, but I wouldn't mind here and there doing challenges like that. I've thought about doing Vlogmas this year, since that's like a big thing that YouTubers typically do around Christmas time. I'm not sure yet. Honestly, it depends on how things kind of go with the COVID situation. But
So I was really happy about that. And another update, as I was preparing my garden to leave, because I put glass bottles of water in it so they can maybe sustain a little bit longer. I don't like setting up that drip. And so
this is just me driving, I think, isn't it?
Especially right now,
Yeah.
because you have to remember people are being indoors or anything. I'm not going to go into that. That's apparently not why he did it, and I'm not going to talk about why he did it because it's no one's business. But, you know, I just, again, want to reiterate, if you have feelings like that, there is a hotline.
Oh, okay. I know what I was talking about now. I had someone in my family attempt suicide, shot himself. And so that was a rough morning, because I think I had just found out that morning. And so I put the suicide hotline number, that's what that is, in this video. I had completely forgotten that that was this day.
For people to talk to you.
Yeah, I had a lot on my mind that day. That's why I was vlogging it.
But at least it's a temporary fix for that moment. In that moment, you know, when you feel so helpless.
And also a little bit of context. I talk about it in my Halloween video, which we didn't watch, but I mentioned suicide, and I think I mentioned the hotline in that video too. because 2 of my friends attempted suicide last year. So this had happened this year. So it's like the 3rd person I know of who tried to attempt suicide or did attempt suicide. Thankfully was not successful. And so it's just like a lot. And that just kind of tipped me over. And so that's why I was vlogging it or vlogging about it. And that's kind of what vlogs are supposed to be, right? They're kind of, you talk about what's on your mind and going on in your life and showing what's going on in your life. So I was just trying to be super raw with that. And yeah, I just wanted to get it out of my system, and that's why I vlogged it pretty much. But I thought it was an important thing to leave in the video, especially with the hotline number, because you never know who watches your videos or what they could be going through. And if you can always offer help to people, then I'm always for it. So I think that's something everyone should always advocate to do, is try to help people, whether you know them or not, and to keep that in mind. But I appreciate that in the comments, Sean and Laura. But yeah, it was a rough time for me at the time. I went through a lot emotionally, and don't want to make it about me, because I mean the other person, each time they were going through clearly a lot of stuff to get to that point. But
I mean,
it was really hard. It is really hard for everyone involved if you're close to them.
And say that,
even if you're not.
The reason why I brought it up is because, I told you guys I was going to video record the discussion of me telling my mom I'm coming home.
Okay, so that was another reason why I brought it up. I kind of skipped it a little bit. In the beginning of this vlog, I tell you guys that I'm gonna call my mom, or I said in another vlog, maybe the one before, that I was going to call my mom because I was surprising them that I was coming home. They didn't know, and that's typically a thing I do. It's become a thing that I do. I surprise them at Thanksgiving. I have a whole video where I drove home and surprised my family for Thanksgiving. And because I don't go home often, it's a big thing for me to do, so I love surprising my family. And so I was going to video record my conversation with my mom so everyone could hear her being surprised that I'm coming home, but I decided not to because that morning she told me about this happening. So I didn't, obviously that's going to come up in the conversation, and I didn't want that on the recording or anything, and obviously that's going to kind of change the mood overall for my mom as well, so it just didn't seem right to do anymore. So I was just kind of explaining that.
She messaged me that this morning, so I have a feeling whenever I call her, she's going to want to talk about that, and just even if they are extended, just because then I can come home, and that would be like my last week of classes. So I'm like pretty much done on May 8th. May 8th is like when my thesis is due.
So school updates. I think I've pretty much learned not to do those in vlogs because people really just don't care. Unless you're a grad student too, you might be interested in hearing that.
I have a reason to, but I'll see ya in just a sec.
Okay, we've made our first stop. A gas station out here, thankfully those are still open. I was wondering about... I will say we made really great timing on this trip because being during COVID, as it was climbing and when things were shut down, nobody was on the roads. It was literally like the cliche thing you hear people say is like a horror movie. It really was. I mean, the interstates were deserted. It was crazy to see how empty everything was.
Is the other... You to listen to them when you're driving, because...
But this was the quickest trip I got home ever.
I hope you don't get sick. But that's all you're gonna get for right now.
I'm giving Mia water, and she likes to drink it really fast, which can make dogs sick.
Sorry about that. So I called my mom, let her know I was coming home. She actually was really excited. Obviously, she was still going to be excited. The call actually did not necessarily go the direction I was anticipating, and so it was kind of nice. I guess I should have recorded it, but again, just wasn't sure how that was going to go.
You can also tell us this quarantine because, I mean, look at me. Yeah.
But yeah, I called her, let her know I'm coming. They were all excited.
I look
that I'm
rough.
coming. Traffic's been amazing. The roads are just like completely empty. Not like I'm bragging about it being like a vacation or anything. This is not a vacation trip. So I'm doing this to go be with family, especially because I'm living by myself, and staying by myself has been a little difficult.
That really was taxing. It might not sound like it, but I mean, living by yourself during a pandemic, especially during that time when you literally had nowhere else to go except staying in a small apartment, it really mentally kind of gets to you, and you get very unmotivated. And that's why I went home. It was not a vacation. It was not for a fun trip. It was more for me, honestly, to keep me interacting with people and to have that conversation with people and connection with people that would kind of boost me to get my work done, because I was coming up on the deadline for my thesis and I needed to get my work done, and it was getting really hard. Are you talking about when I was talking bad about myself, or right now, or my lips are just kind of like out? I don't know what I'm doing.
Mentally, being locked up in 600 square feet with my dog, and just it's been hard. It's been hard in a lot of different ways than you would think.
I'm sorry, Laura. I just now saw your comment. Yeah, driving after spring break. I'm sure that it was the same type of thing for you too. Yeah.
It'll be nice to just be with family during these times anyway.
Before, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Just wanted to give an update. Everything's gone really, really smoothly. This has been a great trip. Still cloudy.
Should have taken a screenshot.
Like that the whole trip over, and then it's going to get dark anyways, probably in the next 5-6 hours. So we have about, what was it? We have like 8 hours, a little over 8 hours left to go.
So this was not the most exciting video, but I was doing it to stay true to my 7-day challenge because it was the last day. And since I was going home, it takes me about 13-14 hours to drive home. So there's literally nothing else I can really video other than just driving home. So this one was not the best one, I think, for me to choose as my middle video, but here we are.
Full source, so just wanted to let you guys know.
Yeah, so I tried to video at like my pit stops, which were just 2 pit stops essentially, so I didn't get to video much else.
Glove over here on the ground. Shake it off, baby girl. Get that. Boo boo boo.
Yeah, so this is my final stretch of road before I get home. Probably like the most interesting thing in the whole video to watch. Yeah, a rabbit jumped in front of the car. It survived. I wanted people to know that. Next morning,
What is that?
had like a wasp or a bee or something.
Morning for that shit. So I made it home okay last night, obviously. I just woke up, and that's why I can't really see, because my eyes are trying to adjust.
So, actually I might say it. I don't know. Let me see.
Really, really beautiful day out today.
I think I explained it in the Thanksgiving video, not in this one, but I'm going to try to pause it a little bit better.
I can't really see because...
So, right here, this is obviously the backyard to my parents' house, but they just moved this past year, and we used to live in this house right here. So we lived in this house. It has like a pond right here in the front and all of this land. And obviously with it just being my mom and stepdad, they needed to downsize, and so they ended up just moving up the street, literally up our driveway and 3 houses down, which is really funny. In my opinion, I think it's really funny. It's really weird though too to see the house that this was basically the house I grew up in to an extent, because my parents got divorced when I was 5, and I ended up pretty much living with my mom after that. My brother stayed with my dad. And so, I mean, really, this house it has a lot of memories to me and a lot of sentimental value to it. So it's kind of weird to like be in our dining room in the new house and literally see straight through the window our old house.
Eyes are trying to adjust since it's so bright, but a really, really beautiful day out today here. Not a cloud in the sky.
But the nice thing about being back home during the COVID stuff too was, I mean, being in a rural area, there weren't as many things closed. So it was kind of like normal life almost, except people were wearing face masks sometimes, and most people weren't even doing that.
And she's pooping. I'm going to go and do my ab workout and make some breakfast and get some work done.
Yeah, so this is my avocado tree, Bert. I grew him from an avocado pit, so he has a very special place in my heart because I worked really hard to grow it from the pit. And he is still alive and thriving on my back balcony. He's much taller now and has way more foliage, so he's doing really well. I've kind of gotten out of doing the gardening video stuff because I didn't seem to have much interest there with that, and it's kind of been frustrating, just things not working out very well right now with pollinators. And I think it's the environment a little bit and the changes that we've had. So was looking alive and thriving, and now it's not because I've partially stopped taking care of the things I just don't care about anymore as far as that goes. But I'm growing a lot of basil right now, and I have my avocado tree, and I have peppers growing and onions. So I still am doing that. I'm just not really showing videos on it anymore because it didn't seem to have much interest from people.
I'm really happy that I challenged myself to do a week of videos. It was fun. It really was. It's just not sustainable for me. So I'm probably going to back off a little bit.
And by a little bit, I mean 2 months.
Unless you guys like them, if you comment below, let me know what you think, if you like these daily vlogs.
And I am serious about that too. Like I said earlier, I really want people to interact with my content, and so if people were to tell me that they liked my daily vlogging uploads, I wouldn't promise I could keep doing that, but I would probably try to do 3 to 4 videos a week of just vlogs, because I think that I could pull off, but I've not really gotten feedback from anyone on the vlogging situation, so I think that's why I kind of just cooled it a little bit with that.
Or if maybe you would like for me to do a weekly video where I kind of glue together something from every day.
And that was a compromise because I knew initially right after I said that would probably not happen either way, which is why I just said I'd probably do 3 to 4, not every day. But I did think about doing something like that too, where I do vlog every day. It's just I only edit 1 video a week, and I kind of take you through my week. And at the end of the week, I post the vlog video from what I did over the week.
That way it's still kind of similar to doing a daily video. It's just one weekly dose of it. Then drop a comment below.
Yeah, so my overlays get a little bit better as I go on.
Just click the subscribe button, like this video, and hit that notification bell. Then drop a comment below saying done, and I would love to give you a shout out.
Yeah, and that I don't do anymore because obviously I think I need more people to do shout outs. I tried a lot of different things. I mean, starting a YouTube channel, you go through, I think, a lot of growing pains. And you try to find out what works and what doesn't work, and sometimes I think that's fine. I think that's normal for channels to develop and grow and try to figure out what works best for them as they get bigger. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it, and that's why I have all these gardening videos here. I just don't do it anymore. It is something that's important to me, but I think I'd enjoy it more whenever I have a backyard, not so much growing it on my balcony, because I'm very limited when it comes to that and having to do it that way. Let's watch one that's a little more recent. So I kind of want to go through my Alexa video because I actually really enjoyed that. That was a last minute video I threw together, but that's also why I want to watch it. It's because I don't know why I keep going to the wrong tab. A lot of these other ones I've been watching were kind of last minute videos that I came up with, but even with it being last minute, you can tell that there is much improvement, at least on the quality of the video. Oh, that's really nice to hear, Laura. Yeah, I think what I'm going, and I've thought about that too, I think that's what I'm going to do with my balcony because it's just not very sustainable for large plants. So I think I'm just going to do all herbs, like turn all of my raised beds into herb beds. I could be really successful with that. I've learned that basil grows like crazy here, super easily. Don't even have to water it, but like twice a week, and it just takes off. I've been purposely trying to find recipes to cook. I made cream of basil with chicken and lentil pasta this past week, or the week before last, and it was delicious because I needed to get rid of basil. I've done homemade lasagna with like my own made ricotta filling and everything using my basil. So I've been trying different recipes. Well, the lasagna is not different, but the cream of basil recipe was, just in order to use up my herbs because I don't want them to go to waste. But they are delicious and taste way better than store-bought herbs. And especially better than dried herbs. Yeah, no, I actually have all of those things planted. Except I don't know, I think I tried to grow rosemary, but I had trouble with that one. But the cilantro and the chives grew really well as well. I did chives in a homemade, I've done that with my eggs. I put chopped chives on my eggs, and I've done that in I've even put it in a pizza that I made recently, homemade pizza with homemade pizza dough. I love cooking, and that's why I've thought about doing, that was one thing I considered when I first started YouTube, was just doing a cooking YouTube channel, which is why I have just a few videos of kitchen stuff, but I don't know. I feel like in the future, that's something I want to do, where if I do get a bigger following, I would want to make a cooking channel only for people who want to watch that type of content. But I don't want my sole following to be from the cooking, because that's something that I feel like I'd have to go out of my way to do right now, and I don't have the time for that. And so that's why I went ahead and did the music channel that I have now, because that's something that I do for my job. So it's kind of easier to just go ahead and do a video as well, because I'm already working on the same type of thing. So I have a lot of videos. I have about 8 or 9 videos planned out for my music channel. I just need the time to record them all and edit them. So I have a lot of videos coming up soon on that channel. This channel, I've just been kind of, my time recently has been trying to get my live stream stuff figured out more, because that's something that I've grown to really enjoy the past few weeks, and so I've been spending most of my time on that particularly, but we'll see.
Beautiful people, I am doing a 73 question Vogue interview with the one and only Alexa. Is it 10 p.m. or actually after 10 p.m.? Yes, it is. And I was just like, I can't sleep, or I'm not really that tired right now, so what else to do with my time, even though I could be doing a ton of work right now? But
Story of my life.
And make a YouTube video just for the heck of it. And apparently,
yeah, cilantro is delicious.
I am a little more loose and go with the flow whenever I make my videos.
My favorite's rosemary, though.
Make a YouTube video,
I had to pick one.
they seem to be a little more, I think, entertaining than my daily videos, or the videos I do in the day. Not that I make videos every day. So we have an honored guest today, my one and only Alexa.
So I think one thing you might be able to pick up on in this video is there's constant talking and there's no dead space. And so I think that I've gotten better with that with my videos. And one thing that's even more, I think, shows my growth is that I did not have a script for this video. It was one that I came up with 10 minutes before I started recording. The only thing I had a script for were my questions that I asked Alexa, and I had those on my monitor, which is what I'm looking at right now in the paused frame.
And she will be answering 73 questions, and I checked YouTube and I can't seem to find anyone else who has done this, and I'm actually kind of shook because I feel like this would be such a funny thing. It's just like no one's thought about just doing it on their own with their Alexa. I mean, maybe I'm just a crazy person for thinking that. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
I thought it would be great to interview Alexa. I haven't gotten to know my Alexa very well because when I profess my love to her, she doesn't say it back. Alexa, I love you.
Thanks. It's good to be appreciated.
Mine just said something different. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna disable my Alexa really quick because that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, I don't want her talking in the background this whole video.
See what I mean? Thanks. It's good to be appreciated. But yeah, so I thought maybe if I get a little bit close, you shut up, I'm talking. Okay, maybe that's why she doesn't love me. But yeah, I was really surprised that I didn't see anyone who had done something like this. So if you see this on a bigger channel, they got it from me more than likely. So, you know, hopefully they'll give me a little bit of a shout out.
Yeah, this idea, first of all, came to me because I don't remember how it came up on YouTube, but I saw someone's Vogue interview and I went down a rabbit hole of watching like 10 of them. And then I was like, I want to do a video kind of based on this. Like, what can I do? And I literally was like, I have Alexa right here with me. Why not just ask Alexa? And that's kind of like what generated the idea in my head. It was a really random thing, but that's why.
Although I don't really plan for this to catch on, but you never know. But no worries, I'm not going to be an airsoft fatty or anything like that. If you don't know who that is, you're not missing much.
Yeah. So Airsoft Fatty is, I don't even know if he's a thing still or not, but he had a ton of subscribers, and it was just like this big kid who like would get mad or complain about things all the time, and he had a massive following just because he was like throwing tantrums about things from the gist that I got.
I did not just say that. Oh man, I'm being a troll right now like Trisha Paytas. Oh, I didn't say that either. And also if you see me like acting crazy over here or swatting, if I just randomly clap up, it's because there are freaking gnats all over the place. I say all over the place. It's just this one that keeps going by and I swear I cannot squish it.
This was a problem I got from coming back home after being gone for 2 months. I did come home to my apartment having a lot of gnats in it. And I don't know how it happened because my sink was not nasty. I didn't have trash, I don't think. And so it's just like a very big pain because just maybe 2 weeks ago now, I finally got that under control. It took that long to get rid of them. It was insane.
Cannot get it to die. We're gonna get this going. Alexa, do you know Siri?
Only by reputation.
Will you tell me a joke?
Jimmy, the mic's all yours.
What did Will Smith get when Jaden made fun of him? A sunburn.
Oh my god. Drum roll, please.
It's one of the worst jokes that I could ever have had, I think.
Sing me a song.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home.
I was not expecting it to go on and on and on
Okay,
and on.
Alexa, I don't have all day. We're doing Vogue here.
Sorry, I don't know that. Don't win, it's a shame.
She just like ignored
What's
me.
the longest word in the English language?
The longest word in any of the major English English language dictionaries is pneumonoultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
There's the word for
35
you.
letters.
Can you do anything?
I can play music, answer questions, get the weather and sports scores, create to-do lists, and much more.
Wow, that's more than any of my exes. When am I gonna die?
I'm cracking myself up, probably laughing more than anyone
It says
else.
to just try and enjoy every day, and be kind to others.
Well, I can tell you if my exes just heard that, it's gonna be soon. What is your gender?
As an AI, I don't have a gender.
Beam me up.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'm sending.
Maybe I should just do most of my videos at night when I'm tired, because
What's black and white and red all over?
A pilgrim, covered in cranberry sauce.
Tell me a quote.
From Sachin Tendulkar.
If you remain humble, people will give you love and respect even after you are finished with the game. As a parent, I would be happier hearing people say, Sachin is a good human being, than Sachin is a great cricketer any day.
Do I ever annoy you?
didn't know what to
It is
say.
very hard to annoy me.
Do you know who my boyfriend is?
I'm a little concerned you don't know his name. However, if you tell me his name, I'll remember it. For example, you can say, remember my boyfriend's name is Marty.
What is that? Flocken Nalkin, what? Nalson of pilification? I have no idea what that means. What's funny is there is a YouTube video of Mr. Beast saying the longest word in the English language, and it's like 10,000 characters long, but it's like, I think it's a protein, because I didn't even look it up. I don't even know if it's legit, but a lot of the words were like amino acids kind of stuck together, so I think it's a structural name for something. But it was like super long, and he recorded himself saying the entire word, which is crazy, even though he's completely mispronouncing most of it, but whatever. Thinking something is nothing or worthless. I kind of feel like that word is worthless. Like, why would you have a word like that that means thinking something is worthless? Because it's kind of like counterintuitive, right? Why would you have a word? What's the point of having a word like that? I don't know, I don't get it. Oh my gosh, Laura, you would do this. Floxinosinilla nihilipilification. Like, the last part is easy, at least. Floxinosinillipilification. It's that nilhil part that's like confusing me. Sinillipilification. Floxinosinillipilification. Oh man. I should do a video of me just trying to pronounce words. Floxinosinihilla. I don't know why I can't get that. Sinihilla. Floxinosinihilipilification. That's as good as it's gonna get right now.
Well, that would be because I don't have a boyfriend. Yet. Marco,
Polo.
how many angels can dance on the head of a pin?
This sort of question was used by 17th century philosophers in mocking medieval philosophy, which they saw as sterile and irrelevant.
Am I hot?
I'm sure you look just great.
Will you give me a hug?
I'm happy to give you a virtual hug, or maybe play a song for you.
Shit.
I haven't been equipped to do that.
How old are you?
I've arrived at 5.
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Don't run the syllables together. It's Latin. Remember to pronounce everything. Flox, but it still would be floxinosinihil, lipilificate. I don't get it. Floxinosinilipilification. It's been a while since I've done Latin. I don't remember Latin very well.
Okay, here's rock, paper, scissors. Let's play. At the count of 3, say,
Rock.
What's funny is that last time that I said it was not looking at how to pronounce it with the hyphens. It was just after doing that, going back to the original word and saying it. So maybe that's why it sounded better.
5.
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, here's rock, paper, scissors. Let's play. At the count of 3, say rock, paper, or scissors. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Scissors.
Rock, dolls, scissors. I don't say this to everyone, but you are my favorite player. To beat. I won. 1-0.
You
Ready?
mofo. Hello, hi.
I love, I guess no matter what you do, you're gonna lose. I think that's the point of playing rock, paper, scissors with Alexa, right? Because she's got to hear your answer first. Stupid. It's just stupid.
Ow.
Affirmative. Dave. I read you.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yes. I'd like your help to catch it.
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck?
A woodchuck would chuck about 700 pounds of wood on a good day with the wind at his back.
Damn. Where do you live?
I am right here.
Are you hungry?
I don't get hungry or thirsty, but thank you for asking.
Okay.
Make me a sandwich.
Okay, you're a sandwich.
Beatbox.
I was not expecting that. Because I didn't test any of these. She didn't say her answer for which one. Which one did she not answer?
Is back.
Damn. Where do you live?
I am right here.
Are you hungry?
I don't get hungry or thirsty, but thank you for asking.
Tell me a secret.
I don't have any secrets to share.
Oh, that's a lie. Are you lying?
I don't lie. I'll always tell you what I know.
Are you a robot?
I like to imagine myself a bit like an aurora borealis, a surge of charged multicolored photons dancing through the atmosphere.
Tell me a poem.
I see a sea of sea green grass, dark as a bat's eye, floating, gloating, showboating, beneath the gentle waves like tiny baby fingers, massaging a kitty's back. Meow kitty, meow.
That is such a weird poem.
Poems. What are the laws of robotics?
The laws of robotics are 0. A robot may not harm humanity, or, by inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. 1. A robot
this
may
is
not.
too long.
Yeah, she didn't give her
Don't know
answer
it.
for that.
What's a random fact?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I'm home.
Well, hello. I'm very happy you're here.
Aw. Will you do a barrel roll?
I'd love to, but it's harder than it looks.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Should I write a book?
That's one of my favorite ones, I think, in the whole thing. You can't handle the truth.
Than it looks.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Should I write a book?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Am I smart?
You're a human. One of the smartest beings in the known universe.
Well, thank you, although I am questioning that at this moment in time. Give
I
me
am
some
questioning
trivia.
that
I know
now
about
too.
19 trivia the gastropods, which is a species including a trivia monica, a trivia arctica, a trivia multi...
Okay, I'm not going through all of that.
Yeah, that was
What
not
is
a
the
good
thought
answer.
catalog?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. High five.
I would, if I could, but I can't. So I'll chant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, the joys of living in a city where you have all the sounds of fireworks and sirens and cars from guys who have small you-know-what. You wish you had eyes?
I don't know that.
Crickets.
Crickets, of the family Grillidae, are insects related to bush crickets, and...
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Tell
she
me
gave a
about
lot
that
of
story.
weird
I have a skill
answers.
for that. Do you want to give Amazon story time a try?
Not right now. We're doing Vogue. When is the end of the world?
Unless it collides with a very large rock or future technology goes very wrong indeed, Earth is most likely to be destroyed when the sun swells into a red giant in several billion years' time.
We got some time. Can you talk like Yoda?
When changing baby Yoda's diaper, one must ask, do or do not.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
gosh. Are you tired?
No,
I
I'm
am.
Do you smoke?
I don't smoke or vape.
Head or tails?
Tails.
Do you sneeze?
You're in luck. I can sneeze on command. Achoo!
God bless you. Do you believe in ghosts?
Most scientists agree that ghosts are not real, but this is one of those things that some people like to decide for themselves.
Who is your best friend?
I have a really strong connection to your Wi-Fi.
It has a very strong connection to me, if you know what I mean. My name is Inigo Montoya.
Stop saying that. I never killed anyone's father.
Alexa, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
You make it sound so precocious.
I almost couldn't even say it.
Yeah, I struggled.
To infinity and beyond.
Do you know that I like big butts?
You cannot lie. Good. Honesty is important.
That it is. What do you envy most about humans?
Here's something I found on the web. According to...
So with this, I did want to say I had a completely different set of questions that I originally tried to use with Alexa. This was kind of like a second run of this. But the issue I was having, because I was wanting to actually use Vogue questions that they ask in their interview, and I found a list of questions that they had asked in one of their interviews, and I was like, I'm going to use this. But I had this issue with majority of the questions, because
Humans.
Here's something I found on the web.
she would always respond with, here's something I found on the web. She didn't have like her own answer to them. So I was like, well, most of these questions are flops because I'm not getting any answers from Alexa. So that's why I don't really explain it in the video, but that's why like the questions aren't really questions a lot of the time. It's just things you can say to Alexa to get a response from her. So I had to like kind of change it up a little bit, but still ended up having a couple though or I think that was the only one I did where it was like, I have to look on the internet or whatever. Baby. Call that baby Yoda. Are you talking about like from the, what is it, The Mandalorian or whatever? With the baby Yoda?
According to Squarespace.com, Lash Envy is the first mascara that uses a special polymer that helps boost lash volume.
And that had nothing to do with the question was the problem. What was the question?
Here's something I found on the web.
I don't remember.
I like big butts?
You cannot lie. Good. Honesty is important.
That it is. What do you envy most about humans?
Here's something I found.
Yeah, it was that, and I think it's because there's like a brand called Envy or something. I don't remember.
Pets?
I don't have any pets. I used to have a few bugs, but they kept getting squashed.
Are you evil?
Actually, I'm here to help the world.
Can you give me some money then?
Euro, dime, South Korean won, Kuwaiti dinar, and the zloty, among
So
others.
see, that
Did you
didn't
fart?
work.
I've never ever broken wind.
When was the first iPhone released?
The Apple iPhone was released on June 28, 2007, making the phone 13 years old.
Is the Easter Bunny real?
Nobody knows for sure, but if you follow the trail of Easter eggs, you just might find that bunny hopping along.
Tell me a knock-knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Toby.
Toby who?
Toby or not Toby?
Oh.
That is the question.
That was horrible. Is there life on Mars?
There is not yet solid proof of life on Mars. Several times excitement has been caused by formations that look biological.
What color is the dress?
Dress colors are blue and black.
What does...
Okay, I'm curious if you guys knew when this first broke out years ago.
Several times excitement
the
has been
dress.
caused by... There is not yet solid proof of life on Mars. Several times excitement has been caused by formations that look biological.
What color is the dress?
Dress colors are blue and...
So, whenever you guys saw this going around on the internet, because I'm sure you did at some point, what colors did you see when looking at this versus this? I think it's all a hoax in some way or another. I feel like there were people circulating this and then people circulating this, so then it was like people getting cross-matched up with the same picture. But there are people that I had asked back in the time where if they saw this picture, they still saw it like that. And I'm just like, I'm not seeing how. And I think what I read somewhere was it had to do something with the lighting. I don't know, but what did you guys see whenever you saw this picture? Because that was driving me crazy, just trying to figure out why people were seeing it like that. I don't know. It was crazy to me.
Black.
What does WTF mean?
I'd rather not answer that.
How was your day?
It was super productive. I set a gazillion timers, and now I'm brushing up on my Klingon.
Who is the boss?
I was built by Amazon, but I'm here to help
Oh,
you.
you're colorblind?
Yeah, you are. Will pigs fly?
No, that's not true.
Who's your daddy?
I was made by a team of inventors at Amazon.
That was very anticlimactic. Okay, so there you have it. There's our exclusive interview with the one and only Alexa. Might be more information than you want to know about Alexa, but now she can be your best friend, and I'm hoping that my Alexa will love me now. Alexa,
She doesn't.
I love you.
That's nice of you to say.
Bitch. So clearly that didn't help my case at all. But if you're new to my channel, if this is the first video you're watching, I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not. But I appreciate it if you could support my channel.
Wait, so it was a BuzzFeed article that asked which one it was, and you answered black or blue because I thought it was a big troll. Then you scrolled up and answered, questioned everything. What do you mean? So you said it was black and blue even though you didn't see black and blue? Or what? I'm tired, so I might not be following very well. But yeah, this has been really fun. I think I'm going to have to cut it off because I'm starting to get a little bit hungry and want to eat something before I go to bed and have a long day tomorrow. Wow, Laura, you were trying to be a troll. What's up with that? That's crazy to me. I'm shook. The earth is shook. Shooketh. We're both shooketh, I think. Yeah, I don't know if that video, do you wear underwear? Yeah, I really think I should go back through and like rework some of these videos, just the title and the thumbnails. I kind of went back and worked on some old thumbnails to improve them, and I changed some, and then I didn't like it, and I put it back to the original one. But yeah, 1 year, you guys. It's been a year. It has been a year. That's all I can pretty much say at the moment. But I will say that how many is it? I kind of want to look really quick on my social blade of things. Oh yeah, fun fact, by the way. So this is the new clarinet channel. That's not what I was going to say, but since it popped up, that's me also. But this is also me, and this was my YouTube channel back in high school. And you might be thinking, oh, well, you said earlier you didn't post on YouTube. I did, but it was band videos of my high school marching band, not vlogs or anything like that. I don't think anyway. 4 uploads. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know for a fact one of them is a band video, a marching band video. I didn't think I had 4 uploads though on it. Let's do a deep dive, shall we? Really quick. I'm just gonna Google my name. I don't even know if that's gonna bring it up. There it is. Let's see what videos are on here. Oh, that's right. So this is a clarinet performance too. This has 3,000 views. It was also 11 years ago, so that's probably why. And then this was just like from my church, actually. I was in a group with, I don't know, I guess you could call it, it's not a dancing group, but it's kind of like moving to music, and you do things with music. I'm really losing my mind, I'm getting tired. It's choreography, right? But yeah, I have 80 uploads in my first year of YouTubing. I think that's a decent amount. I am placing a little over 1/1,000,000th in my country, so that's not impressive. But yeah, I'm really happy and excited. Especially the past month or so, I've had some nice growth. I lost someone right there, but doing really well. I'm really happy. I'm getting some nice views. Trying to grow considerably. I still think this was kind of someone who knows me trying to be nice or something. Well, no, that's in November. That's not the right one. I'm thinking of my hair video where this happened. I don't know what happened here. And then it lines up with the views, I think. But it's like, I don't know. Something just seems kind of off to me on that. But I am very grateful for the watchers that I have. And my New Year's resolution video that I posted at the beginning of the year was to have 100 uploads by the end of 2020. And I think just being this stream will actually be my 81st, so I'm pretty sure I'll hit 19 videos in the next 4 months. So I'm really excited to potentially have reached that goal. I'm happy to have over 9,000 views. I reached that 9,000 threshold just a day or two ago. So I'm really proud of that milestone. So I should have over 10,000 by the end of the year, hopefully, which will be awesome. And I think that'll be really great progress to be grateful for and proud of. And I mainly just wanted to get on here to see how many videos it was. But yeah, I am really happy for my first year, and I'm excited for the second year and what's going to happen. We'll see where we go, what direction we go in. Either way, I'm just grateful to have awesome people watching my videos, and that's why I do it. And I just wanted to meet new people, like I said in my very first video, and I've really enjoyed that from the live streams, getting to talk to you guys really a lot more than you think. And I've gotten a lot of messages on Instagram from people, even from my clarinet videos on my music channel. I've been chatting with one girl on Instagram the past day or so about my music videos and stuff like that, and she's asked questions about things with that, which was really cool. So I'm getting to meet people, which was the whole purpose. Long story short, I know I'm going on and on rambling, and I'm trying not to, and I just now realized this was not in line at the very top. So I'm probably never going to rewatch this video because my OCD is going to really get to me on that. But yeah. What picture are you talking about? Laura, my profile picture. Yeah, I think it is going to be a fun second year for sure. Definitely. The one on my band channel. No, I don't think it was. I think that that picture was from high school. Oh, that's nice. I wish it was raining here. I love rainy nights so much. Also, really interesting is I actually had 430 subs before the live stream, and so I somehow got a sub during the live stream. I don't think it was someone who was in the live stream though. But yeah, clearly I'm tired. I'm getting quiet, so I need to log off of this. But yeah, I would love to go to sleep to rain right now. I know it's daytime where you are, but that would be pretty nice at the moment to have that for sure. But I hope first of all, I want to thank you guys for watching some old videos with me, and very cringy ones at the very beginning. But I think it's just really fun to kind of see your progress and kind of look back on what you started at, and then it really does kind of make you feel for me, it makes me feel a little bit better, because sometimes when you feel down or don't think your videos are that great, which has been me, I just think it's important to realize really what you've improved upon, and I feel like I've done a really nice job. I'm super excited for look back on what you started at, and I clicked my own live stream. But yeah, I'm really excited for the new computer. Once that thing gets in, I think I'm going to do a video kind of unboxing that, because I'm going to redo my setup. I know I showed you guys my live stream setup before, but obviously with a computer, this has to go, this big monitor. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to mount the curved monitor up on the wall, and then I'll have my iMac on this side of my desk and then my laptop on this side. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is the iMac is going to be more for my to help me with schoolwork when needed, if I need an extra monitor or something like that. But really I kind of got that to do for fun projects, because my laptop cannot handle live streaming very well, and so I'm going to be doing live streaming on my iMac from now on once I get it, and doing all of my video editing on my iMac. That way my laptop can be strictly for my schoolwork, which I think will be really great, because my iMac or my laptop is kind of having it with some of the stuff that I've been doing for a while, the past few weeks, and it's been really hard on it. And so I was just like, I should just go ahead and get a computer. Not getting a gaming computer or anything that expensive. I don't have the money for that at all. But yeah, I'm really excited to just get something. I did purchase, I kind of customized it, so I got all of that new software. It has a lot of different software packages on it, one of which is, like I mentioned, Final Cut Pro, so I'm excited to take my videos to the next level with that type of software. But also, I mean, I need to learn how to use it, which is going to take time, so they might not get really great right off the bat. It'll probably still take several weeks to gradually get better and learn new things. I have that going on though, but also just I purchased something for the computer to have faster internet. Like, it's supposed to have something built into it. I don't remember what it's called, but I got that kind of custom thing put in as well. So hopefully it'll be a little more secure for my live stream, so there's not glitches or the internet speed being a problem, and I think that can up my quality on my live stream videos even more, having a better connection. But yeah, exciting things to go on. I'm gonna stop rambling, but really great hanging out with you guys tonight, and I really thank you for coming, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Sean, to you over in Australia. And then Laura, I hope you have a good rest of your night over in Albuquerque. So I will see you both soon, I'm sure, or chat with you both soon. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, can't believe it. And like I also said, I think it's because half of it's been during a pandemic. So hopefully the next year of YouTube will be a little kinder in that regard. But signing off, thank you both. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.